Less than two crew squad. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope we've had a good week. Welcome back to the number one program on a Friday to kick off a weekend. It's back at the pad with your boy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, everybody. Let me say hello to all the early chatters here. Okay, first things first. Hello to Jinx, Mandy, what's good? Buttercup, hello. Kalita in the building. We got Hannah, what's good? Tom Sir, welcome in. I have some tragedies that occurred while watching the lounge. Oh God, Tom Sir, I hope you're okay. Superfluous Lime, welcome in. Hannah was good. Devi, what up? Cannabiscuit says, yes, I rebranded. Oh, hello, welcome back. Because love, hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to respawning. Larissa time, hello, welcome in. Or Lori is the time. No, Larissa time. Locking it in. Sunshine, welcome in. Cool Rider, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Thank you for using your warm Prime here with me. Welcome back for your 41st month. This is get well soon, Carl. Oh God. When I found out about Carl this week, though, I'm not gonna lie. Memories, hello, Christine, what's up? Samantha, welcome in. Happy Pat to you. AJ, welcome, hello. Ambi, thank you for the 50th month. 50 months of being here, part of the crew. Thank you so much, Ambi. I appreciate it. Pooya was late. I'm in show. Okay, all right. No, not necessary. Jay, welcome in. Ichiyami, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome back for your 16th month here with the Less Than Two crew. Happy to be here with y'all crew. Jay, hopefully we can get your mind off of the bad vibes and bring in the good ones, my friend. I assume it starts at 9:20 anyways. Okay, chat. I'm not late always. Let's not do this. Also, let's not. Happy weekend, Cannabiscuits. The artist formerly known as Because. Oh, there we go. Nailed it. Kansas, happy Pat to you. Tall Skinny Ben, welcome in. Happy Pat to you as well. Hello. Happy Pat Lil Leaf, welcome. McKenna, thank you for the 44th month. Appreciate it. It's an extra happy Pat for me. Saki came home today after being missing for 12 days. That's awesome, McKenna. Welcome back to Saki. I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. I can't even begin to imagine how I would have felt in your position, but I'm happy Saki's back and all is good. I lost my train of thought or track. Chalet, happy Friday to you. When did you become a Chiefs fan? Listen, I found out what the jersey was about an hour ago, and I've still not recovered. Okay, just let me be. Lauren, thank you for the 48th month. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the stream for 4 years. Thank you. Sal's here. Thank you for the 32nd month with the Prime at the pad. I know you got one of these. I do appreciate you using it on me, Sal's. Welcome and happy Pat to you. Tom, sir, that's not the case. On Gapi, I won 2 marble races today on some dude's Twitch. I'm thinking, man, if only Pooya saw. I've been practicing this week. Getting your reps in, Mikey. I can respect that. Bree, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome back for your 24th month. Bree, 2 years here with the Less Than Two crew. Thank you so much. Grace, thank you for the 32nd month. Lana with the 27th month. Thank you both. Thank you. Driving to KC Monday, says Mikey. Okay. Grace, hello. Tara T, subscriber for 6 months in advance. Resubscribe for the 50th month, going into 56 in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tara, for trusting me with good content all the way through June. Appreciate you. Thank you. I won't be any honor should be presenting soon. I want to cancel my plans to go to friends with because of how much it's going to cost. But listen, I'm alive. Money is just money, right? Money is just money is true, Jay. But I hope you feel better. I really do. Ali, Amy, welcome in. Mikey, hello. Okay, I think this is where I came out of starting soon now, officially. Jenna Lee, happy Friday to you. Dupree dancing, love the vibes. Sunshine, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back for your 4th month. Appreciate it. Gina, thank you for the 11th month. Appreciate you. Welcome back in the Less Than Two crew. Do you think United is going to keep or sell Rashford Garnacho? Okay, if we sell Garnacho, we deserve to get relegated. That would be such a stupid move unless Garnacho wants to leave. I think we could lose Rashford, but I have a feeling it's not going to be in this window. I have a feeling he's going to go by the way of Sancho a little bit, where it's like shape up or not, then he leaves in the fall. That's kind of my prediction. I'm wearing a Jets shirt, so Jets fan, I take it, Dupree-Scal. Zero Puppy Cash, first time chatter, brand new follower with the laugh emoji. Welcome. And what's so funny, Zero Puppy Cash? Welcome. Craig, hello. Jabina, what's good? Gonna be missing the next 2 pets, so please give me some extra lesson 2s for me. to have great luck with exhibit put up. I got you, Jinx. There's a lesson 2 from me to you. Am I missing one? When is my flight in February? Hold on. Let's see. Okay, I don't know exactly what time my flight is on. Oh, I do. It's not... Okay, so... Yes, I think I will be streaming the pad on the 14th as well. So that should happen. So you might be missing 2. Alright, where was I? I was finished playing Liana Lounge and was just commenting on it about Carl because I did something worse to a bonsai tree. Oh my god, Amy, listen. Plants... People think plants be easy. They're not. You got it, like, you know, you never know what's going to happen. I was floored, though, when Liana told me that. I couldn't believe it. And I didn't know until the podcast, too. That was a blindside for me. I got blindsided quite a few times on this last episode. But I'd like to never thank you, AZ. I appreciate that sentiment. We start painting on Mondays. Cool. I wanted to watch it and my headphones cracked, so now my left headphone is hanging and it still works, just annoying. Already ordered a new pair. Luckily, it was my 21st birthday, so I got some Amazon gift cards. Ooh, Tomster. Coming in clutch with the gift cards. Honestly, these headphones need to be replaced. They work fine, but aesthetically, they're beginning to fall apart, and I need to switch up. But I am trying to decide whether I want to just order the same ones or invest in a brand new, like, new brand, like, put a little bit of money on it so that it's long lasting. But then I'm like, what if it's not long lasting and I just paid more money for headphones that are going to last the same amount of time, you know? Which jersey were you wearing? Like, which player? Something Smith. It was Smith on the back. Now, I'm so curious whose jersey it was. I could relate to the promo stuff because I'm a promo girl and always giving my friends and family stuff from events. Yeah, my sister was like, yeah, you like football now. And I was like, well, whose is this? Like, why are you giving me this? Yeah, it was something Smith. Alex Smith. Yeah, it was Alex Smith. Wait, was Alex Smith? Was it Alex Smith? Yeah, number 11. Alex Smith, I think. Which, yeah, it's either a 49ers jersey, a Chiefs jersey, or a Washington jersey. I just assumed it was Washington, but someone pointed out that it's in the wrong conference. So now I'm like, shit, I was wrong. Oh, my God. All right, let me scroll down a little bit and catch up with y'all here. Call me Cat. Thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back for your 12th month, marking a full year here with the Less Than 2 crew. Appreciate you. Red Wings says Garnacho to Spurs, please. If Garnacho wants to win a trophy, I'm not worried about losing him to the Spurs. Oof, I know, Khalida, I know. See, okay, when the Rams moved away from St. Louis, they've been broadcasting Chiefs games every week here, and all stores sell Chiefs stuff now in St. Louis. Oh, interesting. I'm celebrating my birthday early with the best girl on Twitch. Hey, happy early birthday, AZ. Appreciate you. When's your birthday exactly? Married into a Jets family. It is a hard fan life. They are terrible. Yeah, so I would say I've married into a Broncos family, but it doesn't seem like there was pressure for me to convert over. So I formed my own opinions and joined the Ravens, the Raven flock, which then is funny that I'm wearing a goddamn Chiefs jersey on my latest podcast without realizing. All right. Let me scroll and catch up with you, chat, because I know I'm truly behind right now. You should look up his leg injury. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Christian Mingo says, hey, Pooya, I love the new episode of Pal. Always a great way to start a weekend. Appreciate that, Christian. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to hear nothing but good things from the people who are checking out the Pal. We are now episode 4. So it's been a month officially with the PAL being part of the circulation, and it's been a good time so far. Oh my God. Okay. Interesting considering they are one leg away from a final in a cup they eliminated United from. And which cup is that? Which cup is that, Red Wings? Is it the goddamn Carabao Cup? I don't care about it, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, but you're facing Liverpool, though. Oh, I guess, to be fair, you did beat Liverpool in the first leg. So, maybe egg on my face. We'll see. The all black look going hard on stream of the neon pop. Thank you, Scally. Appreciate you, man. How you doing? Welcome back in. Welcome back in. This had us seen better days, but you know, it's fine. How you doing, Scally? What you been up to? I know you were playing Sims earlier. Have had a chance to listen yet. We'll catch it this weekend. Chrissy, enjoy it when you can, whenever you have time for it. I love that. No red hat tonight, eh? No, the red hat does not fit. It's not a good, like it looked good with the jersey. It does not look good otherwise. Your beard is getting thick. I dig it. Thank you. It's getting to the point where it needs to be handled, because you see how much is coming out of the fingers. This is too much beard. Like, I know it gets a lot when I start touching it during podcasts, and I've been touching it on podcasts a lot more recently. So red hat might look good with the flannel, though. Just saying. Oh yeah, the flannel that everyone called me a goddamn grandpa with, eh? I don't know if I don't know if y'all deserve the flannel. But I'm very excited for Sims 1 and 2. I will be purchasing that collection, hands down. It looks itchy. Honestly, it's not. It's past the itchy times. Typically, what I do say about beards is that initially it's all stubble, right? It's whatever. Then it grows, it grows, it grows. Then around like the 3rd week, 4th week-ish, there's like a 1-week itch period where it's very itchy and like you're like itching it up and like it's bothering your face. Once you pass that though, it's not itchy anymore and it's just growing. That's where I am now. And we love Grandpa Pooya. Okay, all right, Mandy. All right. I'm gonna have to purchase them again when I already own them. Like make it work on my computer for free. That's fair. That's the thing. It's kind of like having a game on a console and now it's on PC, which obviously in this instance, these are games that were on PC and you have them for your PC. But I will say I was very worried, Chrissy, because when I heard they were coming back, I was like, oh, I'm certainly buying them because I don't have the disc for Sims 2 anymore. I don't have the disc for Sims 1 anymore, but it better not cost a lot. I genuinely thought it was going to cost like $100. But when I saw that it was a combined $40 for both, and it's like they're giving you a lot of the expansions, I was like, oh, I'm fucking in now. I'm in. I just remember, were we supposed to get Home Alone Kevin as an emote? Why were we going to get Home Alone Kevin as an emote, Mandy? What would this would have been for? Okay. Also, let me just say the form is open. So if you're new to the pad, you're not aware what happens here over on the pad. 2 things. Number 1, this is the vibe stream of the week. This is where I get to sit down, talk to y'all one-on-one, me and you and me and you, both of us. Okay. And we can talk about whatever you want. You kind of steer the direction of the conversation and I will follow. A couple of things. Be aware of spoilers. For example, we don't talk Traitors UK here right now. Still giving it another like probably couple weeks of grace period while people want to catch up. And then with Traitors US, you are welcome to ask questions, but I will give you the heads up that we will have a specific spoiler zone moment for that, where it's going to be like a little segment on the stream where we're going to spend that time talking spoilers. So until then, refrain from talking Traitors US, but then when Traitors US spoiler time comes, you'll know and you can ask and we can talk about anything Traitors you would like. Okay. Cool. Hey, Mandy, thank you for the gift of the sub to Scally, who was not part of the Lesson 2 crew. Compliments of the one and only mod, Mandy. Just finished Traitors UK finally. Happy for you, Debris. Yeah, it was a good time. All right, and on that note, and the other thing I was going to say was that the forum is now open. If you would like to submit questions, but you would rather them be anonymously, feel free to put them in the forum, and I will answer both things from the chat and the forum. I will say the number one thing I hate about having a longer beard, because I like the beard. Beard's great. It's when I drink something or eat something and food starts like staying, that's icky. It's an ick for me, which I imagine could be an ick for many people. So I'm extra cognizant when I'm drinking something now. But you know, it happens. It happens. But yeah, how's everyone been? What's everyone's week been like? I'll tell you mine. I had a very weird week where I did have work and stuff, obviously. But it was a very big mental week for me. I had a lot going on my mind. And I feel way better now than I did like 3 days ago, thankfully. So we're on the other side and it's good. Food and beer is no bueno, but must be hard to prevent. It's we're at a place to please gal where I avoid certain foods when I'm out. Like if I'm out with friends or with Leon or anybody, there's foods I will avoid eating. Anything that's too saucy, I can't have. It's the price of a long beard. I can have, but I hate the feeling it gets on my beard, and I hate the cleaning up factor, because unless I have a mirror in front of me, I'm always going to think there's something on my face, which I don't like. What kind of creamer do you put in your coffee to put in chat? I need to know that. Tried to discontinue my favorite creamer and I'm reeling. Oh my God. So, Mandy, I used to be a big Coffee Mate guy, and then I became a half and half guy. Now I'm just a skim milk guy. I just put skim milk. No wings. Oh, AZ, I love wings. I love wings so much. So much. But when I have a big beard, I avoid those foods because the sauce gets everywhere. All right, let me just tuck away this charger because I don't want it to drop. Because I do see someone requested some cat updates. Let me see if I have any for you. Actually, I do have 2 updates for you. These are very zoomed in photos of the girls I took from the couch to the cat tree. There's Pearl. And this is an extremely zoomed in photo of Clam staring down your soul. So there you go. That's your cat update for this week. There's something on your face, hair, and skin. This is true. But then stuff on top of that, that's the no-no. 2 skim milk and 2 sweet and low, right? Lori, have I said this before? I dabble though, Lori. It is skim milk and sweet and low. Those are my 2 choices for milk and sweetener. But sometimes I'll do 1 and 1. Sometimes I'll do 2 and 2. It depends on the place. But yeah, no, I do sweetener. I do sweet and low. That's my sweetener of choice. You guys, you have to try the International Delights Love. Wait. International Delights Love is Blind wedding cake flavor. What in the world is that? It's real and it's delicious. I give up sugar in the coffee because the Coffee Mate does it for me. Oh, that's fair, Mandy. Black coffee for the win. I'll never forget this, Hannah. I remember this was like, I was in grade 8 maybe. And I had gone out on a family day. It was me, my mom, my sister, my dad. And we'd gone to a mall and we decided to like sit down at a coffee shop and get something. And, you know, mom's getting her like whatever, like a cappuccino. My dad's getting something like that. And then my sister's getting a hot chocolate. And my dad was like, do you want a hot chocolate too? And I was like big into watching Friends at the time. And I was like, we're at a coffee shop. I want a coffee. I was not the 8th grade. This was like maybe the 9th grade. This is like when I first got into drinking coffee. It was 9th grade. And I was like, yeah, I'll just take a coffee black. I think I'll enjoy it. I hated it. It was, I needed it to be sweet. I really thought I had it figured out. And then I sat there and I'm like, you know, it's one of those things where we're sitting down and your parents will make a comment about like, wow, we just spent so much on coffee and pastries. So I was like, I'm not going to tell them that I hate this shit. So I drank this coffee very, very reluctantly. But then that year I fell in love with coffee. Coffee became my go-to hot beverage and I love it so much. So I love it, but I need my things in it. You know, I need my sweetener and my sweetener and my milk, or I'll take half and half, or any creamer of any kind, or if I need to take sugar, I'll take sugar. The only sweetener I don't like is stevia. I don't fuck with stevia. So there you go. I drink black iced coffee typically. Ooh, Hackspot. I think that's what Liana does as well. Or Liana can, but she does also like, she puts like milk in it and stuff. Hello, great episode this time. Much better than last week. We back. Hey, we are back. It was a good week, wasn't it, for Traitors? Taylor, real quick while you're here. So I have not played FIFA 25 since the first week had dropped. And then 2 nights ago, I realized, oh, it's Team of the Year. Let me reinstall the game and see what's going on. Saw that there were some packs to make, some 83 10s, some 82 20s. So I did 3 83 10s, and look what I packed. I packed Team of the Year fucking Saliba, dude. And here's the thing. I'm not playing the game. So now I just have a 95 Saliba in my squad. I did the daily 83 10s. So You're right. Yeah. So imagine my face when I packed it and then I checked and he was worth 5 million. It's like, okay, good stuff. I don't drink coffee because we don't get along, but when I do, it's straight black. See, coffee and I, we go hand in hand. We're best friends now. Coffee and I have gotten together so much that people see us as a duo. When I'm on a podcast, you're assuming I'm drinking coffee, and you'd be right. I did 282 tens Rodri. Oh my God, Taylor Allen. 200. Depends what kind of coffee, hot coffee, black, iced coffee with cream. I just don't vibe with iced coffee like that, if I'm being honest. Every time I have a morning meeting at work, I need it. I need my coffee. I tried going to tea instead, and I'm Persian, so you know it's in our blood to drink tea, but it was just not hitting. It was not hitting for the morning. I do enjoy teas throughout the day. I usually have like a decaffeinated Earl Grey at night before, you know, like in the later in night moments. But to start the morning off, or Earl Grey, but yeah, no, I need coffee in the morning. I just do. You haven't lived until you've had a Brev latte. What is that? And also, I feel like that's false for me. Let's see. Brev latte. Known as a cafe brev, is a coffee drink made with espresso, steamed half and half, and foam. It's richer and creamier than a regular latte because it uses half and half instead of milk. I mean, I look like I'd enjoy this. When I'm at a coffee shop now, I will get either a cappuccino, a mocha, or a latte. Or if I'm at Starbucks, which I'm basically never at Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks unless it's like the only thing there. And in that situation, I get a vanilla latte. That's what I go for. It's all I make at home. Damn, Yam, you fancy. Damien, hello, hello. I used to get it that way when I was watching my sugar. I also enjoy an espresso martini. I've never had an espresso martini. Fun fact, when we were in New York for this last trip, for the last event, I did ask the bartender. I typically will get a Red Bull and vodka as my drink of choice at these events because I need the maximum caffeine to keep me going for the night. You know, if I'm going to drink like 2 drinks that night, I want one of them to be a Red Bull and vodka. The second one can be whatever. And they were like, yeah, we are out of Red Bull. And I was like, do you have any energy drinks? They're like, no. And he was like, do you want any other drink? I was like, well, honestly, I was looking for that caffeine. And he's like, I can make you an espresso martini. I was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I don't remember what I got instead. I was like, whatever, fine. But what's fucked is then I went downstairs and they had Red Bull. And I was like, bruh, like you could have just told me to go downstairs. Anyway, whatever. But yeah. Red Bull and vodka, you're not going to have like more than one though. You know? So I keep it on the one. I keep it on the minimal. My brother's fiance got my family into espresso martinis. Okay. To be honest, I don't know the coffee types at all. Now I could tell you about indica versus sativa though. I can tell you about them, Mikey, but I always forget which one is which one. I think indica is the one that's more of a body high and more of a home high. Sativa is more the creative one. Now I could be wrong, but I agree. I don't know the exact difference between a latte and a cappuccino. I just know that I like both, so it works for me. It just works for me, you know? All right, the forum is open. How many questions we got right now? We got one question. If podcasting and streaming all went out the window, what would you want to do for work? AKA, what were you going to do before all this took off? So before I went full time, I was working at a bagel shop in a managerial position. Would I have stayed there? I don't know. I feel like I would have started looking for other stuff if I was long-term staying in Ottawa. But I don't know. I don't know what the future would have looked like. But also I've been very vocal in saying that I never really thought of myself as someone that would have passions or a career that they would love at all. I was like, I'm going to be this puts money on the table and pays the bills, I'm happy person. And now I'm like, oh, this is everything I wanted and more. Indica into couch. That's what I was thinking next, goat. So, cappuccino's 1-to-1 milk to foam ratio, where latte is 2-to-1. Hackswood, is that the only difference between the two? Also, I never realized foam was an active ingredient in making the drinks, which I know sounds stupid, but I never thought about how the foam got there. But yeah, the more you know. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for teaching me. My dream job is stay-at-home cat mom. I think the foaming is from the amount of milk. Well, that makes sense. It's just how much you foam the milk. Is it how much you're stirring it to get there? I think, maybe, I don't know. Do you engage in some activities that you consider hobbies? If so, what are those activities? What keeps you engaged or makes you disengage? I don't have any like activities that would be unique. I do play video games in my spare time. The genre can vary. So typically if I'm like cooling down or just, taking a load off, it's video games. I do enjoy, and this isn't really a hobby, but it's an activity that I do. And I try and go for a walk once a day if I can help it. About an hour 15. I blast music in my ears and I just go. Sometimes I'll get a coffee on the way home. Sometimes I just walk home, no coffee. And that's practically it. I do consume a lot of different types of entertainment, whether it be podcasts or YouTube videos or watching a series, which, like, for example, this week I did complete Top Boy. I had not watched the last season, so I'd watched that a couple nights ago. So I got that down. I think the next show I'm going to end up watching is Mo, which just dropped the season 2, but I'm unsure if I want to right now. I don't know if I'm in the headspace for Mo. And I'm inching closer and closer to kicking off with Severance. But yeah, these are what keeps you engaged or what makes you disengage. It's kind of these things. Like if I'm disengaging, literally throw on YouTube and I'm gone. You know what I mean? Do you know anything about the exclusive interview that is dropping tomorrow? Of course. Of course I do. So typically a latte, you aerate the milk 3 to 5 seconds, cappuccino more 5 to 8 seconds. So aerate is you use the I don't know what you call it. It's like a stirrer that you put in it and it like twirls everything really fast. Is that it? Because I have one of those here. But yeah, I do know about the exclusive interview that is dropping tomorrow. And no, whether or not NDAs are involved, I will not be talking or leaking that information because it's not my information to give you. So I hope you can understand. A frother? That's what I'm thinking of, Leslie. A frother. I got one from IKEA. Getting a coffee with foam makes me mad. I just paid for air to take up space. No thanks. That's my mentality with ice, Dainty Butterfly. That's why I'm like, anytime I get a drink, whether it's a soda or whatever, I'm like, yeah, no ice. Because if I'm getting a large, I want you to fill it up with the liquids that make up that price, not the ice that is water. No, do not do that to me. For tonight, I got a chicken sandwich with extra pickles, no sauce. Got it from a place called Chicken Filla or something. Ah, the old Chicken Filla. I didn't expect you to say anything. I appreciate that. I say no ice everywhere I go. Well, that's funny because I think one of the early topics we've talked about on stream before is a lot of people saying, yeah, I need to get soda, ice with my soda. And I'm like, I don't need it. Low-key, I don't want it at all. Like if I'm ever getting a fountain machine drink, no ice for me. Nada. All right, next question is, I don't mind the ice winding down the drink, but I'm not really a sweet tooth in any sort. Oh, that's fair, Hackswood. That's fair. Like, I think unless it's like absolute, like if the drink is for whatever reason not cold at all, I'll throw an ice cube in there, but like one. Like, you know how you go to a coffee shop or a space and they first put the ice in, then the drink? That's where you lose me. If you put the drink in first and you put a couple cubes in, I can live with that. Because once I see all that ice cubes in it, I'm like, okay, I know not a lot of room for the drink is left, you know? Have you checked out any 48 preseason stuff, especially the potential Persian King, Mr. Bearded Guy, aka 46 alternate Shaheen? Is he going to get the Venus treatment in the 48 draft? Okay. So y'all know me. I like to keep a tight lip on who I'm looking to draft because I know that when we get close to draft season, the drafters start peeking and they start trying to spy on each other. And they'll figure out what I'm looking at, and I don't want that to jeopardize my positioning in the draft. However, there is an exception to the rule. When it comes to Survivor, if you cast a Persian on the show and I like them even a 0.5%, I'm going to pick them first if I can. That's what matters to me. So I don't think it's going to be a well-hidden bit of info. I think they're going to know coming in, all the drafters. I'm looking to pick Shaheen no matter where I am in the draft. He's getting picked first for me. So let's say, for example, you're Shannon and you've won the draft and you're not looking at Shaheen. You're like, good for, he seems nice, but I don't think he's the winner. Then now you should feel comfortable knowing if you put me first, I'm picking Shaheen. You're going to push yourself to the middle of the draft and then you can get somebody else. You know what I mean? And then on the backswing, that works better for you. So pick Joe Hunter. I've been seeing a lot of people high on this Joe, but I've not checked him out yet. Is he the chocolate milk guy? No, he's not the chocolate milk guy, right? He's not the chocolate milk guy. He's someone else. That's a different person. I still can't believe Shannon won. Neither can I respawning, and yet here we are. Here we are. Damien says, get the less than twos in chat. I got you, Damien. I got you. Yeah, I don't think he's the chocolate milk guy. But yeah, I listened to Shaheen's interview today, and I really, really liked Shaheen. I really liked him. Like, do I think he's going to win? If I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm leaning on no. But I like his energy. I relate to some of the things he said, and I want him to do well so badly. So badly. But we'll see. But yeah, he's the Persian king for me. He will get picked first if I have something to say about it. If you want me to, let me also say this. If you want me to have a grudge against you, like let's say you pick Shaheen and you don't let me pick Shaheen. I don't care if he's the grenade and he causes you to not have a team for the rest of the draft. And I don't care if for the next 5 seasons, everybody does me dirty, I'm last pick, or I'm getting sniped other picks. When it's my turn to set the draft order, I'm screwing the person who took Shaheen. I don't mind if you snipe someone that I like. I really don't. But if they're Persian and I get one Persian a blue moon and you take them, it's done for you. It's done for you. It really is. So. Pooya, I have a dilemma. Do I go back to the ice cream shop I worked at last summer? I was planning on reaching out to my boss at the shop about coming back. I love my job I have right now so much, but we are closed 2 days a week, so I was thinking I could work those days at the ice cream shop. I think this is a slam dunk question, Asker, because you doesn't sound like you said you love your job you have. It sounds like you want to get that job part-time, like the 2 days off that you're off, you go there. Unless you had a sour working experience there, I don't see why not. If you feel like you're not stretching yourself too thin and you're not sacrificing too much free time, then why not? Why not? So if you want to elaborate on that, please feel free to do so. But as of right now, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't, you know? Oh, he's a firefighter from your hometown. Gotcha, Ben. I'm standing Camilla because she's a Discord dev and I know minimal about her or anyone else. Hey, that's good enough reason to be standing somebody. I wonder who Shannon will have go first. She could put herself first place. I don't remember where everyone's put themselves, but if I remember correctly, Taryn is the only drafter who's put himself number 1 immediately after winning. Taryn won 41 and then immediately put himself first in 42 and picked Chanel. Because then who picked first in the next one? Yeah, no, Chappelle was not first in 43. Liana won. I was first in 44. I won. Asia was first in 45. Asia won. What did Asia do with the draft order? I was third that year. I don't remember who was first. Oh, Asia 1 put Shannon first because Shannon picked Hunter first. Then Rob won. And Rob won, and Rob gave himself first pick. And he picked Asia. Yeah. So only Taryn and Rob have ever put themselves first after winning the draft. So. Yeah. Yeah, Mandy, there we go. You got there too. There we go. I'm curious to see how Shannon acts. Let me tell you, she's wearing a tiara on this. I already know she's going to wear a tiara to this, which is fair. I wore a crown to mine. So do what you got to do. Chappelle was first in 43 and picked Owen. Oh, so then Chappelle put himself first then. Because he won 42 and he made the draft order then. And then was Liana second and picked Jesse? I think that's what happened. That makes sense to me. Lauren, welcome in. And Joe sounds exactly like Jeff Probst. Close your eyes and you hear Jeff. That can't be true, right? That can't be true. Hold up. Let me see. Do we have his video yet? Is that out? Let's see. RHAP Joe Hunter. Yes, that was dropped today as well. Alongside
Well, give me your
Shaheen.
name, age, and occupation.
All right. My name is Joe Hunter. I'm 45 years old, and I am a captain with the fire department.
Okay, interesting. Have you always been in the business mentally? Is there one experience in particular?
You know, I would say losing my sister, but honestly, the biggest impact would be being a...
I can hear it. It's kind of like if someone put Jeff's voice into like AI, because, and I don't mean he sounds robotic by any means, but it sounds a little bit close, but not exactly close. You know what I mean? And I feel like with the AI stuff, that's how it sounds to me when people use like AI voiceover and stuff. Joe gives Dom vibes. Interesting. Okay. Hey, once I check it out, I'll be sure to see if I feel the same. Rob saw my Jets comment on a live YouTube video last week. It was awesome. He answered my question. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Where are the questions? Let me go back to the forum again. Next one. Was there an exit interview with blank that I missed? I'm not going to say who just in case someone hasn't watched yet. No. And this has been probably one of the most popular question I've been getting this season is once the exit interview time comes around and we don't get both people, like the murdered and the banished, people are immediately like, where's the other one? The way it works with Peacock is if the player who's out gives availability or gives a press day, then we'll get that interview. But then for some reason, if they don't give that day, it's not like, okay, would you like to do Monday or Tuesday? There's none of that. So sadly, it looks like we're only going to have the one, but we'll see. I'm not willing to say it's done. Might have been a lack of availability type situation, but I feel like if I want that interview, I can get that interview. Did you do Jeff impression, or was that just based on his general interview? It was general interview, Mandy. Biologique! Hello! Thank you for the 40th month, Biologique. Appreciate you! Welcome back in to the Less Than Two crew. And thank you for subscribing for your 40th month here with us. Lovely, lovely. But yeah, if they don't give an interview, we can't do an interview. You know, that's the sad reality is that. Because if you've heard me cover Traitors Canada, I want everybody. Like, I'm not like, okay, they have to have agency in the game or they have to be the best player. I don't care about that part. I will take it. I will take anybody because I think there's a good interview with everyone. There truly can be. So. I heard that he sounds like Jeff too, and I thought he did a line or something. Yeah, no, that was just his regular voice. What is my favorite color? Growing up, it was red, and it stayed red all the way through. Red is still in my top 3. But I've had other colors join the group. The other 2 colors, green ended up taking over for a while and was a big one, and purple. So red, green, and purple. And I still think red is number 1. Red is number 1, then green, then purple. Or red, purple, green. Red, green, purple, teal. Oh, I love teal as well. I really do. Yeah, if you haven't been able to tell based on the emote Mandy put in the chat, when I asked Mandy to help me out with my avatar for my thumbnail for my logos, I asked for 4 backgrounds. I got a red one, a green one, and a purple one, and a teal one. And the purple one is... So I used the red one for Twitch. I used the purple one for, I believe, Discord. No, I used the green one for Discord. I used the purple one for YouTube. And then I used the teal one is on the subreddit. The r/Pooya subreddit, which, by the way, I have a subreddit, chat. That's my first name that we just don't use. It's just sitting there. Like, what is a purple chicken emote? Why would there be a purple chicken emote? I'm confused. Teal is also my favorite, so we couldn't leave that out. Absolutely not, Mandy. Powder blue, lime green, purple, lavender, teal, and Kelly green are my favorites, other than black. Okay, I like those. I like those. Yeah, I have like specific greens I like more than other greens, but for the most part, I like them all. From last week's pal. Oh. I don't have a photo of that chicken or that chick to put a purple chick emote. I don't have a photo. So we're doing good, Pixie Sticks. How you doing? All right, so this question asker said, I was watching the recap yesterday, showed that my chats weren't showing up. I don't know if it was banned. Could you look? So the thing with YouTube, question asker, is that I can't, it's not like Twitch where I can go in the background and check like if anyone's banned or why people were banned or anything. It's a lot more difficult to check stuff like that. So I don't know if you A, are banned, and B, why. And I don't know if there's an unbanning option on YouTube. Sam, if you're in the chat, do you know if that's a thing we can look at or no? Christy, thank you for the 18 month. Appreciate you. Welcome back into Lesson 2 crew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait, can you change your name color on Twitch? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Mine has been the color it is because I made it as such. I believe it's the red, right? No, it's purple. Yeah, it's purple. Lime green is my favorite. It's superfluous lime. You and Scally both, eh? Least favorite color? What's funny is, okay, colors I don't vibe with, not vibe with, but like, let's say I'm in a situation where it's like, let's say there's a soccer tournament that I'm going to be a part of, and there's 10 teams, and they're like, okay, you get to pick what color your team is. The last color I would pick is like probably orange. I love orange the fruit. I love orange the juice. I love a lot of the orange candies, but the color orange, doesn't fit me. I don't like it. Or yellow. Nah, like yellow I used to dislike more. I've come around to it, but orange I still don't think is the color for me. Even though I enjoy many things that come in the orange, like the Fanta. I love a Fanta, a Miranda. The sodas, love them all. Just noticed on Facebook, did you see that Sam volunteered you for the Daniel Durston deep dive? Sam did what? Where was this? Where was this? Can you tag me? Oh, I see it. Mention me in the comments an hour ago. What is this? If you send your name, we can try to take a look, but to be honest, we have a lot of accounts banned since when those bots come through. It's a lot. All right, Sam, I will send you the name of this person who submitted in the form. They did give their name, but they asked for me to not read the name out, which I understood and respected. So I'm going to send this to you, Sam, and you check it and see, because I don't know if I have access to it ultimately then. All right. All right, let me catch up with you. I dislike orange as well, says Athalia. Okay, there's a person that comes in orange that I'm not fond of. Okay, Bartlers, you gotta know what you're talking about. I love burnt orange, but otherwise, nah. Yeah, I just checked. I'm very bad at checking my Facebook notifications. I'm not gonna lie. This is late, but question asker, are you sure you are viewing all chat? YouTube does highlights. That's true, but I'm assuming if they were writing D's and they was not pulling up, maybe, I don't know. I'm not 100%. I like orange in situations like Halloween season, love orange. However, I personally advocate for like green and purple to be added to orange and black. Okay. I could see that. Next question in the forum chat is Traitors question. We'll put it for the spoiler zone. Ice cream shop update. I loved working there. Minimum wage plus tips. It was so much fun. And honestly, I don't have much of a social life anyway. Then question asker, to me, it sounds like if you have that free time and you're willing to do it, then do it. Sounds like you loved it. You had a good time. It was a fun time. So go for it. Why not? For setting your name color, go to your chat settings and look for chat identity or click your name under identity preview. And scroll down, there's a section for global name color, and you can pick one from a preset list. I think if you have Amazon Prime linked to Twitch, there's a spot in your Twitch settings so you can customize to a specific hex color. There we go. Thank you, Mandy. Okay, next question. Okay, the final question so far, because the form is still open, but the last question I'm seeing in the form right now is a question about how to navigate a friendship with somebody. Simply because I don't want to have this be a chat-wide discussion, question asker. If you can hear me, I'm going to give you the answer directly. I think the reality is, with a situation like that, I do not think you are making yourself the victim. I think you were speaking your mind and you were being honest, and that person was like, it ain't about you, fam. And I feel like that's a little bit on them. I think it's tough. I think there is a way to salvage that friendship, but I think it might involve you never talking about stuff like that with this person again. You know, it's like, it's kind of like all right, well, we're not going to see eye to eye. Let's move on. But that's only if you're willing to move on, knowing someone is harboring those thoughts, you know? Because if you can't move on with that, then no, then I don't think they're salvaging the relationship or the friendship rather. So it varies. Oh, least favorite color. So yeah, yellow, orange, a little bit. But I think if I'm going more specific, because you're not like you can go like different types of green. And I don't know what the exact color is called for this green. But it's like a mucusy green. Like a snotty green. What, is there a legit name for it? Oh, I don't like this. I tried to look up like snotty green, what color is this? And it's all like snot information. I don't need it. Is that chartreuse? Let me look it up. Chartreuse. No, chartreuse is fine. I like chartreuse. It's like more... If you look at my Goose Goose graphics that I do, it's the bottom right shade of green. So for example, if you look at the picture for... can I pull this up actually? I guess I could. Actually, no, it's going to be a little bit of a work here. Moss green, maybe more so. If you go to the Among Goose list, or graphic from the last post I did on Blue Sky, and you look at the color and name for Kirsten, that color I don't like. Olive green? Is it olive green? No, it's not olive green. It's lighter than that to me. It's more so, okay, it's this hex color. It's this hex color. Let me write down the hex color. It's this one. Hashtag 808,000. This one. That, I don't like that color of green. So. Puke green? I guess you could say that, maybe. What are you changing your name to? Olive green? It's literally olive. Is that really olive? Then maybe I don't like olive green. I looked at another color of olive green, looked good. Like this one looks good that I'm looking at. Olive green is a different hex code though. Olive green is a different hex code. Anyway, that's the one. I don't like that one. How do you feel about olives? I love both. Black olives and green olives. I love olives. All of them. I love them all. I love them all. Olive, nice. Papaya. You and I, same page. The goose goose duck green isn't olive. What color is that, Liv? Identify it, please. Okay, where were we? I like the lightsaber green. That's a good shade of green. I agree. Are you going to the FIFA, the World Cup, May? I've put down interest in tickets. I've not bought any tickets, but I feel like it's on my list of things I want to do at least once in my lifetime is to go to a World Cup game. Doesn't even have to be the big game. It could be any game. But like obviously if Iran's playing, would love to go to an Iran game. And with it being so close to me, it feels like a easy way to do it. So hopefully I can do it, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. Are tickets on sale already? I don't know if they are. I do know that I have to sign up on FIFA to be like, hey, I'm interested. What color is the red goose on Goose Goose? That I don't know. Color pale taupe. Pale taupe? That's not it. I don't think, let me tell you this. I don't know if all those colors are legitimate. It's this one. It's this color green. It's this color green. Whatever this one is. Heart gold color, it says. But it doesn't look heart gold to me. I posted a link in Discord for people who want to volunteer to work. Ooh, thank you, May. Appreciate that. Can you tell me which fabric you like better? 1 or 2? What is this? Ooh, fuck, that's a tough one. Because I'm trying to decide if I like the, like, I don't know what the feel of him is. And it depends on what it's for. Because if it's like for a tabletop, I like the second one. But I think in almost any other situation, I prefer the left one. So. Oh, Yam, that color is perfect for you. I think you keep that color for your chat name. It fits. That's what I need to know. Thank you. I got you. I don't know what this is for, but hey, happy I can help. Also, there are rumors out there that the U.S. men's national team is playing a friendly in Hartford in June. Ooh. Is it... Do we... Oh, I guess we don't know what team against, right? All right. You can pay for right to buy tickets. It's super expensive. See, I don't want to pay super expensive prices, but I feel like I'm fooling myself if I think it's not going to cost a lot to do this. So we'll see. All right, shall we go to the next question in the form? Will you be at the RHAP live show in Boston? I will be. Unless plans change, I do intend on being there. Yes. Turkey is the rumor. Ah, gotcha, Red Wings. Thank you for the heads up. But yeah, I should be. That's the hope. That's the plan. Do you know what the big RHAP stream at 2 p.m. tomorrow is? Yes. Yes, I do. Check it out. I think you'll be happy with it. Traitors question. Perfect. Thank you. We should go to Traitors soon, by the way. Please rank these sandwiches. My pleasure. How many links is this? Oh, it's one. Okay. How do I do this? I know exactly how to do this. Hold on. I know exactly what needs to be done here. All right. Okay. So someone put in the form a graphic with some sandwiches and said, please rank these sandwiches. So we're going to quickly rank these sandwiches together, chat. And by together, I mean I'm going to give you my opinions and you're going to yell at me for my opinions. Maybe. Or you're going to agree with me. We'll find out together. Is it window capture? No. Oh, maybe. Because we're not doing share monitor. Sorry, I'm talking out loud for a second here. All right, we're going to run this one and see. Okay. There we go. Oh, Trippyism. Welcome in with the first time chat. Hey, but never really do I get to chat here, but I'm stuck at work and just wanted to pop and say hello. Trippyism, thank you so much for coming out of lurk mode to say hello. I do appreciate it. I hope work isn't too taxing. Okay, I hope work isn't too taxing. I hope it goes by quickly. And happy to keep you entertained or company until work is done. But I do appreciate you stopping by to say hello. I do thank you so much. I know you said I do appreciate you twice, but I really do. So thank you. That's awesome. Not awesome that you're stuck at work, but awesome that you're here and said hello. Okay, can y'all see this fine? I think you can, right? Okay, I'm gonna sit a little bit over here. Okay, so I opened this on Paint. If you do know me, I do like using Paint to edit stuff. So this is perfect for me to use. Let's see. I enjoyed the last Renap. Did you have fun? I loved the Renap I did. It was goofy. It was hilarious. It was a good time. That was last week. All right. So I'm just going to rank these using a red stroked brush on Microsoft Paint. Okay. And there's how many of them? 15 sandwiches. I feel like I want to start from the bottom and make my way up. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm going to make some people mad because here's the thing. I think a tuna sandwich is not as bad as people think it is. I think tuna gets a bad rap. I think a tuna sandwich can be not the best to have when you're out and about, as in like if it's in a packed lunch, I feel like you could become an enemy at work if it's a smelly tuna, but it doesn't have to be a smelly tuna. I think it's mad underrated. My bottom two are actually next to each other. And my bottom two are egg salad, which gets to number 15, and meatball. I don't like a meatball sub at all. I don't like it. I like meatballs. I like bread. I like sauce. I don't think the three should go together. I don't. I feel like with a meatball sub, it's like I'm biting half a ball. I don't like that. Like put it in a spaghetti. Put it in pasta. Do not put it in a sandwich. Meatball sub is not for me. I think it's more so the sauce that I don't like. So yeah. Apologies, because I know meatball subs do have a lot of fans. So I do apologize ahead of time. Okay. So that's kind of where we're going to start here. And then, after that is going to be interesting because let's see. You know what? The thing is, the rest of these sandwiches I would eat. Honestly, I would eat all of them. It's just a matter of, am I splitting hairs? Which one's better than the other? You know what I mean? I get meatball subs every night for dinner when I work late. Tomster, that's what I'm saying is I know it's not for me. I'm not saying it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. It's just not for me. Okay. Can someone remind me what's in a Cuban sandwich as I go ahead and give 13th place to the Reuben? Which I know this is a wild take. I love smoked meat. I just don't like sauerkraut. And Reuben typically comes with sauerkraut. If there's no sauerkraut, this is in my top 10 easily. But I don't like sauerkraut, so it falls. Okay? I don't like sauerkraut. That's the big problem for me. Mustard, pickles, ham, maybe some cheese, but I can't remember. Well, that's for the Cuban? It's ham and pickles and cheese? Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, always sauerkraut. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like is the sauerkraut. I actually love a smoked meat sandwich. Montreal smoked meat was one of the sandwiches we would do at the bagel place, and it was a banger. All right. Next one is... Okay, next one is... I'm going to go ahead and do PB and jelly. I don't mind a PB and jelly, but if I'm being very honest with you, if I was like, I want a sandwich right now, there is no world where I'm talking about a PB and jelly. It's almost like its own thing. It's like, oh, what do you want for breakfast? I'll take a PB and jelly. You're never going to say, I'll take a sandwich, and that sandwich is a PB and jelly. You know what I mean? It's kind of not there for me. And and this might be me. I typically will do one slice of toast with peanut butter and jam on it or jelly. I don't do bread on bread peanut butter and jelly. That's too much bread. Unless you're like going ham on the peanut butter and ham on the jelly. You know what I mean? Trippy is up from the top rope. You can go in the trench with the rest of the sandwich. Is it weird that there's a bacon sandwich and a BLT on the list? Yes, we can get into that. Because what is a bacon sandwich? Replace the jelly with honey is a game changer. I've never had that. Not going ham on the PB&J. We're missing an Italian panini. That would be in the top 5 probably. That might be in the top 5 for me, low key. I've mastered corned beef, but I don't eat sauerkraut. Just some horseradish and mustard on rye bread, says Amy. Mustard sandwich, bacon sandwich looks like something from Arby's. Yeah, can someone look up? Hold on, I think I can look up. Let's see. Bacon sandwich versus BLT. Difference. A BLT is not a bacon sandwich with additional ingredients, but rather a tomato sandwich with seasoned with bacon. What? What? Okay, what is the difference between BLT and bacon sandwich? Someone said. Okay. A bacon sandwich can be any sandwich including bacon, such as egg, cheese, and bacon on an English muffin, or just cooked bacon by itself on any bread or roll. I think it's cooked bacon by itself on any bread or roll is what I'm seeing in this picture that we're seeing here. And for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and give this a big ol' 11 because I love bacon, or I used to love bacon for a long time. Okay. I think bacon's overrated. I think bacon is bacon was overrated for a while. I think now bacon is back to being appropriately rated. But I also think that bacon is a meat that can function well in an ensemble cast. I don't think bacon goes solo for me. You know, like a pulled pork sandwich is just the pulled pork. That meat can go solo. Bacon alone on bread is not good. It's not bad, but it's not a main, you know? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like disrespect anybody, but you know, Ginge, for me, Reuben is almost last because I don't like sauerkraut. That's really the only reason the Reuben is as low as it is. If it were just smoked meat, it would be higher for me. It feels very naughty to say out loud. I think there was like in the like 2010s, early 2010s especially, it was like the thing. Bacon was the shit. You got bacon everything. I just don't think bacon everything here now happens. But yeah, also, yeah, reminder, I'm only saying there's only bacon on this sandwich from what I'm seeing, nothing else. Hey, this is coming from someone who has a bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strips hoodie. Like I've eaten plenty bacon. All right. What next? Because I feel like some of these sandwiches are almost all in the same category for me. Like ham, roast beef, turkey are the same to me. I mean, I know they're not the same, but they're also the same. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that next. I'm going to give turkey a 10. I'm going to give roast beef a 9. And then I'm going to give ham an 8. I do love a ham and cheese. Yeah, they're basically in the cold cuts category for me. So yeah. Those ham and turkey seem cold, but not the roast beef. If the roast beef is hot, it might get put to 10. I don't like that. I don't like a hot roast beef, I don't think. Granted, I don't care for the cold. Yeah, about the consistency. Thank you, papaya. Or no, sorry, never mind. Turkey is my goat for how consistent it is. I see. It won't blow you, but it's always reliable. I find that turkey can be like, ironically enough, for me, I've had turkey sandwiches that have been hit or misses for me. I never don't mind bacon. I have it in things all the time. I never understood the obsession with having it on everything, wrapped in everything. Exactly. Bacon was kind of the low-key at one point. Bacon is the reason why we started getting these like wild fusions of like, all right, you ready for your dessert to come with crispy bacon on top? And it's like, why are we doing that? We can have both separately. That's allowed, but you know. All right. Next on the list for me, let's see. We have grilled cheese has made it alarmingly far. You know what? No. You know what I realized? Tuna, that's far enough, my friend. In fact, tuna might probably be like 8th, but that's fine. That's fine. Tuna made it way further. Tuna just kind of got hit in there because I was like, tuna's not last, but it certainly is in top 7 for me. So tuna might have been a little bit further, but it's fine. Tuna can go 7. That's cool. A club sandwich. I do love a good sandwich, like a crispy club sandwich where they've cut it into triangles for you. It's like, you think you're fancy, huh? And you are treated like you feel like you're fancy. But I'm going to do something different now. I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to give my top 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And in order to do so, I'm going to go ahead and give first place to pulled pork. I don't have a pulled pork sandwich often, but I do love a pulled pork sandwich. Is a good sandwich. Okay, is a good sandwich. I'm going to give number 2 to the grilled chicken. Actually, I don't like where I put that. Hold on. I'm going to give number 2 to the grilled chicken. Initially, I was going to put grilled chicken lower, but I make and eat quite a bit of grilled chicken. So a grilled chicken sandwich with that nice lettuce and tomato, like that looks like a good time. I love a good like a fried chicken sandwich, but you can't be having a fried chicken sandwich always. So grilled chicken will do well there. Make that a crispy chicken is my number 1. That's what I'm saying. It works compared to a sloppy Joe. Trippyism. I like a sloppy Joe, but I also recognize that a sloppy Joe can be very messy, and I can't maybe once in a blue moon I'll take a sloppy Joe. All right. So then, what are we left with? The Cuban, the club, the BLT, the grilled cheese. You know what? Let's see. 7. BLT can be number 6. I don't mind a BLT, but the BLT is also just okay for me. If the BLT has too much mayo, it is ruined. Like, if I bite into a BLT and one bite just had an overwhelming, like, squirt of mayo, no, fam. That's bad. It's a bad time. Otherwise, me, I like lettuce, I like tomato, I like mayo, I like bacon. So it's not a bad combination, but it's also kind of a basic move. So, BLT can be 6. I'm fine with that. Where do we go next? 5 and 4 and 3. There's 3 left. 5, 4, and 3 need to be put somewhere. I feel like cheese, ham, pickle, like that sounds like the Cuban sounds like a great sandwich to me. So I almost want to put that at 3. It's between that and the club, because I think, which then by proxy should make the grilled cheese our number 5 in our top 5, but number 5. A grilled cheese you just can't go wrong with. It's very much you can build it how you like. I mean, that's true for every sandwich, but like you can put whatever cheese you want in it. You could go ham, put like 4 types of cheese in there. You could like quadruple stack cheese if you like it really cheesy, or you can go light on it. It's up to you. You can go either way. And I think, grilled cheese, probably the best accomplice to soup, especially in the winter. If you're on soup season, if you're on tomato soup season, dunk the grilled cheese in there. You're not going to go wrong with it. So it's easy. It's a top 5. It's not a number 1, but it's there for about everybody, you know, unless you're lactose intolerant, in which you're not eating that. All right, and that leaves Cuban and Club. I'm inclined to go Cuban 3. That is an ugly 3. Hold on. Cuban 3 and Club 4. I feel like with a club sandwich, fancy, yes. Tasty, yes. But I almost always want more. It almost always doesn't feel like it's enough. Even though it's like a fucking triple layer sandwich. I'm like, it needs more. But yeah. And then the Cuban sandwich. So there we go. I think that was a fun ranking, right? That was good. I think we nailed it. Let me pose next to my list so that it looks like I'm very proud of it. All right, cool. All right, now we have a little Microsoft Paint application in case I ever need to open Paint. I'm not saving that image, by the way. So it's gone. It's gone. I don't even remember what my ranking were now. You feel like you just got a tier list, like a bite-sized one, Pixie, right? Like a little bite-sized one. But yeah, that was a fun exercise. I don't know who put that in the question form, but thank you. That was fun. Shout out to that person. Exactly. All right. One more question in the form, and that is, how do you spell your full legal name? Why do you need my full legal name? There's my first name. Take that. Why do you need all of it? Little sus, bro. Why you trying to get my government name? What's that about? Next thing you know, it's like, how do you exactly put the numbers in for this and that? Yeah, let's not. Listen, you got my first name. You don't need more. I'm a one-name person. Did you update your laptop that kept reminding you of the lounge? So AZ, we got very paranoid that updating, because for a while there, Windows 11 laptops were bricking / not working if you updated them. So I was avoiding updating it. But I'm realizing now, every time I'm hitting remind me later, the next time I open my laptop is the next week to record the lounge on it, and then that error happens. So I got to keep that in mind. All right. Where were we? Did you end up downloading Sims 1 and 2? So I haven't bought it yet, but I did get it for free through the Play Pro, EA Play Pro that I'm subscribed to. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to play Sims 2 for sure. It's just, I think I'm going to still purchase them because in the event that that subscription runs out at the end of the year and I choose not to renew it, I do not want to not have access to The Sims, you know? And like if they, for some reason, remove it from the store, they're not selling it anymore, I want to have it because I'm scared that they're going to remove it. And streams when? That I don't know. But I do want to talk to y'all, chat, and I genuinely don't know what the best way to do this is. I almost want to put out and I know we've talked about this before, but I need to put out an interest form to understand what time people are looking for with regards to streams, because right now my evenings are locked up. I cannot do another evening stream on another day. My daytimes are open. I can do a daytime stream on a Wednesday. I can do a daytime stream on a Tuesday, on a Monday, but my evenings are out. So I want to understand when I say afternoon, what time works for people. Is it 3 Eastern? Is it 5 Eastern? Is it 6 Eastern's already like getting later, but like, is it 5 Eastern? So I would like to understand the audience more and get that. Obviously, the reality is no day is going to appeal to everybody, but which day appeals to most people? And then obviously the VOD's still there if anyone wants to watch it later, but that's something I definitely would like to figure out. What's the best way to figure that out and get that answer out of the community. I don't know what the move is. So next week we get him to rate fast food French fries. Oh God, you want beef? You want to fight? I'm so late to the game. I don't even know what kind of other games you play besides Goose Goose. I've dabbled Trippyism. I've not really done a lot of games on stream, but I've dabbled. I've done a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I bet 5 is good. I think 5 is probably the time that works for most people. Work from home life means I'm chronically online. So I'll see you there, Ginge. Thursday pre-traders could be fun. The problem with pre-traders by Logique is that we record the podcast around when pre-traders is, if that makes sense. Like around that 4 to 6 time. So that's the problem. Specifically this Thursday, I'm also not available. But I think more so I'm looking at a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday for this. Wednesday could also work because then, you know, in the event that when Survivor comes back, Wednesday's not in jeopardy. So that could be a move. I'll definitely VOD. I appreciate that, DH. Do you stream more when Big Brother season is on? Trippyism, typically it's the other way around. If I'm streaming a lot, I stream less when Big Brother is on. But we've had a couple of moments where like if the feeds are popping off and I'm like watching, I might just jump on. So I think, but on a regularly scheduled content and not spontaneous, no, not more. Less. But right now I'm on a journey of self-discovery. I'm on a journey of trying to do more. I actually talked about this with my therapist about some things I was thinking about. But I really want to get back into the swing of things. And part of it for me is I want to put myself back out again. Not that I've not been putting myself back out, but I want to do more than what I have been doing. And I want to do more stuff creatively. I want to try new things. And this is the first step for that. It's the first step for that. Tuesday's Dondi, so you have to go early on Tuesday. Well, that's the thing, Cannabis, is like I know Dondi's at 9, and already I'm saying my evenings are a little scuffed. So I would be looking at like the 5 to 7 p.m. time slot, maybe 5 to 8 p.m. on like depending what the stream is. So that's kind of the move. So we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate it, DH. Thank you so much. The ball competitions just are not what they used to be. I remember staying up till 2 a.m. with Dan. I mean, the competitions are not the same. I mean, you mean the wall competitions? Yeah, we watched the fucking wall comp last year, and it lasted what, all of an hour, if that. That's pretty vulnerable and admitting you're in therapy. I hope you give them the most from it. Oh, of course. I'm a big. Is advocate the right word? I vouch for therapy. That's the right word. Yeah, and I have been going for 5 months. Yeah? No, less. 4 months. Ish. But yeah, it's been good. It's been great. All right, next question in the form. Okay, we got another Traitors one. Good, love it. Okay, yeah. How about in 8 minutes, we'll slip into the spoiler zone for spoiler zone for Traitors, okay? In 8 minutes, 11:50 p.m. Eastern, we'll get into the spoiler zone, and I'll explain what that means for those of you that don't want to get spoiled on Traitors. So that, don't worry, you don't have to jump off right at 50. I'll explain so that you don't get spoiled and you don't have to leave if you don't want to. You know what I mean? So I'll explain that in a second. Kim Honey Badger, thank you for the 16 months here. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome back to Lesson 2 crew. Do you have a favorite charity that you donate to regularly? I feel like the Trevor Project is one Leon and I have donated to more often. What are your thoughts about making anonymous donations? What do you mean? Like, what's my stance on making anonymous donations? A donation's a donation. I don't know. I don't understand the second part of the question. But yeah. Did I see the Dondi Dr. Will deleted scene? Red Wings, please send it to me because I have not. I have kept up with Dondi. I'm up to date with Dondi, but I've not seen the scene. Did you know you have an IMDb page? I do not have an IMDb page. Why would I have an IMDb page? What would I be credited with? So you see my friend's little boy, and they didn't have to go broke from doctor bills. They're amazing. Love that, Amy. It's great. All right, let me bookmark this for later. Red Wings. I lost the tab I was in. Okay, there we go. Oh, we need this on screen share, please. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Uh, okay. So apparently I do have an IMDb page. Why, I don't know. One. Two, I don't use my full name for podcasts, so I don't know why that's here. Who gave them my information? Who gave them my full name? Was it you, question asker, who put one in the form? This is surreal. Yeah, it is the internet, obvi. Ra always says your full name. Listen, Ichiyami, here's the funny part. I say my full name often. I introduce myself as Pooya Zanvikili every podcast I do. So, and if anything, I'm impressed that they knew how to spell it, because when you say it so quickly, you'd think they might mess it up. But why is the podcast series here? These are actual tabs for the podcast? Oh, top cast. Oh my God. I'm on the same cast as Rob and myself and Suri, Cody, Kyle Cook, Nick Iadanza's in here. Sasha's in here. I'm on the same show as Brandy Glanville and Michelle Fitzgerald and Tony Vlachos. Look at me, chat. This is incredible. What is this? What is this? Why is this a thing? This is incredible. But it is funny. Look, stars. Rob Sesternino, Pooya Zanvikili, Suri Fields. They do call us the big three. You know, the Holy Trinity right there. The Holy Trinity is me. In fact, let me do my signature move. Send them one. Should I send them like a fancy, like a big budget picture? Saroma, welcome in. Hi, Pooya. I just got done watching a lounge episode on YouTube and then decided to check Twitch, see if you happen to be live, and you are. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the lounge. Lounge is a very fun podcast that me and Liana get to do, and I'm very happy that you found it and that you found us here on Twitch. Welcome in. This is weird. Let me check the Big Brother one. Okay, so the Big Brother one, top cast: Taryn, Rob, Claire, Aman, Pooya, Corey, Taylor, Sugar Free, Corey Tyler, Colleen, Shane Dawson. What? Derek X, Omer, Melissa, Zach Wurtenberger, Mike Bloom, and Kevin Jacobs. All cast and crew? All right, let's see who else is on here. Matt Ligori, Grace Leader, and Chappelle. Okay. There you go. Might want to have a chat with your wife. Why? Liana Boris, known for Survivor. Okay. Why would I want to have a chat? I don't understand. What do you mean? She doesn't have IMDb page 2? Good. Is that not a good thing? Was she not supposed to? But the We Know Survivor feed over here has Rob, Mike Bloom, Claire, Carolyn, Sia, Carson, Lauren, Jam Jam, Liana, Heidi, Genevieve, and Taryn. Wow, no Rob. Oh no, Rob was the first name I read. Anyway, whatever. I forget things. It's cool. Back to me, folks. Let's talk about me. Yeah, Matt, we have IMDb pages. Did you know this? Matt. Look at this. Look at this. When you look at We Know the Traitors, look at the stars. There's a big 3, Matt, and it's Rob, Pooya, and Suri, okay? You better know. You better know. I don't know who did this, but this is so wild to me. This is so wild to me. Like, I remember sitting in IMDb and like looking at their top 250 movies of all time list, worst 100. And like before Wikipedia really became my go-to for like movies and stuff, TV shows, I used to be on IMDb looking at shit. Why is my name in here? What is weird, and I do think about this sometimes. Oh God, that was my camera. I was trying to remove the tab, not my camera. Is that, you know, I've looked up friends of mine from like high school and stuff who I remember their name. If for some reason one of them remembers my name and they Google me, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's so funny. Let's look at Matt's IMDb now. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Matt has one because he's on the Big Brother side of things. Let me see. So he's got the We Know Big Brother right now. Matt, we got to get free agents up in here. It should read Liana Boris known for Hunted Skarkel. It really should. It really should. How are there 2 Matt Lagoris? I didn't see 2. And the diary room. Get the diary room up in there too. I do have to say, Pooya, I am Team Liana when it comes to veggie trays at potluck. Someone has to bring them. Okay, so I already know I have to issue an apology on the next episode for 2 things. One, people who are vegetarian or vegan and cannot have some of the other stuff I mentioned. The main and you know, I didn't mean to yuck anybody's yum, to be clear. What I meant was Liana is like she's like in the circle she's in, she already knows that no one wants that tray and she'll bring it, you know? But then she'll bring it back home. My thing is, if you bring it somewhere, you leave it there. But then I understand that it go to waste. I don't know. There's a lot of feelings about this. But I felt like, yeah, I just felt like I'm like, Liana, it's like a cheat day, you know, like you know, you eat a little something, you know, something a little not healthy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, all right, Tomster. You know what? I related so hard to last week's episode when you and Liana were talking about not liking to watch movies with sad things in them. Still to this day, T. Lindy. If it's sad, I'm mad. Don't put it on for me. I can't watch. I get sad very quickly. All right, a couple more questions here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We should get into spoiler zone for Traitors, chat. What do you think? Are you ready for that? Because I have 5 questions in the form that I could look at. Pose like Brando. I'm not going to do that. He gave me meme content. I can't give him meme content. But yeah, so more so, it wasn't so much a fuck veggies thing from me. It was a, Liana, you're healthy all day. Be a little unhealthy. And honestly, it might be a toxic trait because it's almost like be unhealthy so I can feel better about me being unhealthy with my choices. Oh, I wasn't planning on watching the Dondi deleted scene here, Red Wings. And it's because I know there's people that have not watched it or have not been watching it. And in the event that someone's going to want to watch it later, I don't want to have them get that moment taken away, if that makes sense. All right. I'm loving the Traitors coverage. Hey, thank you, Sonoma. It's been a fun season. Rob said it on the podcast this week that it's he thinks it's the best US season. I agree with him. I do think it's the best US season so far. And like obviously there's a little bit more to go before it's there, but I think it's making a good case. Does that mean you don't like movies where everyone dies at the end? It depends. Like if it's a horror movie, I guess I don't love horror movies either, but no, I think it's different. Yeah, I can't feed Brando like that, Christian. That's the last thing. Never give your enemies ammunition to use against you. That is a law in roasting that you have to follow. You never give them the material. If they roast you, but they have to find their own material. All right. So we're about to get into spoiler zone for Traitors. Now, if in the event that you are somebody who's avoiding the Traitors, you're trying to not watch it yet, maybe you haven't gotten around to it yet, or you're looking to watch it, you know, with family, friends in the future, on the weekend or something, or you're trying to binge them all at one point, I recognize that you're not going to want to get spoiled. The good news is you can do so without leaving the stream so that you don't lose out on the content. And what I mean by that is we're not talking the Traitors for the next like rest of the stream, obviously. But we're going to talk about it for a little bit. Now, things I'm going to do to make sure you can stick around but not get spoiled is twofold. Number one, I'm going to remove the chat from the screen so you don't see the messages coming in. That way, this space no longer has the chat, so you're no longer going to get spoiled in the event that you mute the tab and close the chat. So right now, if you tab the chat, close, and you mute the stream, you will no longer hear me. Now, before you do that, don't do it yet because you're about to miss out on some stuff. How will you know to unmute and untab the chat? You will know based on this. This is our spoiler zone. Let's say lower Chiron. But yeah, this is going to be sitting here on the bottom of the screen. And this will indicate that we are talking about the Traitors, okay? So while you see this on your screen, keep the chat, the tabs muted, the chat closed, or the music off, you know what I mean? And then once this is gone, that's your signal to it's safe to come back in now, and we're not talking the Traitors. And you'll know that it's guaranteed because typically we will end up spamming some emotes in the chat so that you do not see what we were talking about. Is that deal? Is that fair? Okay. All right. You can now mute and deafen. Question askers, ask away. And I'm going to go back to the form because there were a couple questions about Traitors that I skipped earlier. Let's see. Traitors question, who will prevail, Carolyn or Danielle? And who are you rooting for between the two of them? Bracket, you must answer. I like both, obviously. I think Danielle's played poorer, and I think Carolyn has more friends than Danielle at the moment. I think that Danielle has 2 Traitors to worry about, whereas Carolyn has 1 Traitor to worry about. And I raised this point on the podcast, but I feel like, oh, Pixie, you're good. I don't think anyone caught what you said. It's no worries. You're good. I think the one thing I talked about on the podcast is that I caught that, hey, listen, yes, Danielle, not everyone's sussing Danielle. That's good for Danielle, even though we think Danielle should have been caught long ago. I think the proof, though, is that Danielle has friends in that house for sure, but I think it's a testament to how weak some of those connections are. If the friends that she's telling Carolyn's name to are then taking that name to Carolyn, I think that is huge. I think that is a huge sign that Carolyn has the better connections with some of these people because they're sharing that information with Carolyn. They trust Carolyn more to share that information. I think it's very bad for Danielle that people are ratting her out. You know what I mean? And we've seen this with people that we've not seen her talk a lot with, but then we've seen her, like, people who she's clearly aligned with very closely giving that information up. That's Brittany and that's Dylan Efron. So I think that's very bad for Danielle. So I think right now it looks like Carolyn will prevail. But I like both. This turret's so dysfunctional. It's such a chaotic place that I truly can't even tell you who I think is like how this is going to go because it's all insane. And obviously one thing goes without saying, both of them cannot win because there's no world they're both going to sit at the end together. So. I hope she's around for a while. I think she will be around for a while. I really do. Is it weird to you that they didn't put any scenes from the show in the preview? No, Jinx. I think they're trying to avoid. I think what happened last year, I brought this up on the pod, but there was that one scene where it was like a bird's eye view of the round table, and we figured out who was not going home based on that preview. And I feel like they do not want the audience to get stuff like that. Now they could just avoid putting like big, like wide shots of people. But I think anytime the episode doesn't end with a short list of who they're going to murder, you can expect the preview to be vague because they don't want to give anything away. But let's say the episode ended with them saying, all right, it's going to be either Derek, Ivar, or Sam that's going to get murdered. Then they would put everyone else in the preview but those three, and they'd be fine. I think as long as they don't have a murder shortlist, they're going to keep it vague, which I understand. All right, next question. The form was, that was Traitors related, was, when is the right time to turn on all your own fellow traitors? I think it depends on if you want to win at the end with them or not. If you get an inkling that they're not about that life with you, I think you fake the funk, especially if no one's saying your name, you're in a very good spot. I think you can fake the funk until, and if someone brings up their name, just don't fight it and be like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I kind of see what you're saying. And then you don't tell them that name's coming up. I think one of the big things that you see with Boston Rob is that even though his name's coming up, it's difficult because people tell Rob his name's coming up and then he has good time to mount a defense. He can't get blindsided. But again, it depends on who you're playing with. It depends on what the cast is like. Who are the faithful that are looking at people? Are you very much safe? No one's saying your name. Are you sussed? There's a lot of factors that go into it. Like they can't keep Danielle there after that Brittany move. Wait, Jinx, elaborate. I'm hoping Brittany and Dylan team up. I could see that. Well, unless Dylan thinks Brittany is bad. What happens if all three of them make it to the end? Do they just split the money? So without giving you the season, Tomster, this has happened in one other season where the final three are traitors. And they basically had to do a split or steal. They did a split or steal where if they all vote split, then they all split. If two of them vote split and one vote steal, the one person that voted steal gets the money. If two of them vote steal and one of them votes split, the two that voted steal split the money. If all three voted steal, none of them get the money. So just keep that in mind. With, again, no spoilers on which season that is. And I didn't tell you what the outcome was. So keep that, let me see. Any faithfuls you'd like to cross over to the dark side and win as a traitor? Right now, I would be very fond of Dylan getting there. If you're getting recruited, Dylan could be fun. Gabby could be a lot of fun. Brittany could be a lot of fun. Those are the three. I don't think Derek would be. I don't think Derek would take it, and I don't think Derek would be a fun pick. I think that the more fun pick is people who might struggle with it or have some chaoticness to it. Also depends who's in that turret, because I do not. Yeah, I mean, right now the way Derek went after Rob, there's no way both can be in that turret. But I think Dolores is a very, very good shout. I was actually thinking about it last night. I think Dolores could be a good recruitment for Danielle, for Carolyn. Like if in a fantasy world where Carolyn and Danielle were actually, they made up and they're working together, Dolores would be a great recruit once Rob's gone, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So but yeah, I think something Rob is doing well is saying one name at a time, at least what we see. Staying on mess like that helps to your votes. Yes, he's not really scattered, and I feel like the way he did it was Bob the Drag Queen, I'm vouching for this. This is the one I'm pushing, but also Dylan has said it before. So I'm looking at Dylan's theories and they line up. The next one was Nikki, and he was like, Chriselle said it, and that was kind of what made me skew to Nikki. So he didn't take credit for that one. Then with Wes, he pushed that name again. But he also picked the safe name. It's kind of the equivalent of winning HOH in Big Brother and going after the house target. The one person everyone sees as a problem. It's like inoffensive. No one's going to be mad at that except for the recipient. And as long as they leave, you're free. And I think that's was a good pick for him because he wasn't pushing an impossible mission. And if anything, he was pushing someone out that everyone was like, even if he does stand up and say I'm a faithful, I can live with that. So Let's see. Who do you think lasts longer at this point, Rob or Tom? Honestly, pencil Tom in for the finale. Unless Tom pisses enough people that they just want to get rid of him, you could pencil him in for the finals. Actually, no, you cannot. You cannot trust a wild card like that in the finals, even if you are a faithful. So fuck that. He might wake up and be like, nah, you're a traitor. And it's like, I'm not. And then you lose. So I think Tom will go at like final 8. I see Tom losing around final 8. Rob, listen, he survived this week. I think Rob's days are numbered, and I think this but is pretty big, and I cannot lie. I think the window on Rob leaving can start closing a little bit because he has some numbers behind him right now. However, these faithfuls are fickle as fuck because now that Wes is gone, there's every bit of chance that they go after Rob. I'm going to keep saying this every week, by the way. This is going to be my prediction every week that Rob's going. But also, if like one more cycle goes and there's a lot of people just in Rob's pocket, then that doesn't go well. But the reason why I think Rob goes, here's why. The episode ends with way too much time spent on Derek telling Dylan all his thoughts and all his theories. And I have to imagine Dylan is about to flip on Rob. Because you saw like Brittany shaking her head, no, don't vote out Rob to Dylan. I think there's a world where Dylan flips. It's either Dylan flips or Dylan's going to be on the Boston Rob sauce the rest of the way. And I think the way they've shown us Dylan, he's seen as a good mind for the game. So I don't think if he's supposed to be our like underdog detective, they're not going to make him then be like Boston Rob's dummy. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like unsure about that storyline. But the numbers are dwindling. And then it's a matter of who's going to flip numbers. Because if Gabby and Chriselle still have a good relationship, I think Gabby could flip Chriselle potentially. We'll see. I wonder if Carolyn would just not want to vote Rob out anymore until Danielle's gone. Because that vote could be lost. I think Ivar could be fickle and switch back. I think it could go either way. So yeah. Let me scroll up real quick and see. I need Sandoval to be a recruit. I'm not ready for that, Olive. She's also, thank you for the prime resub. Appreciate it. Welcome back for your third year here with us. Hey, appreciate that. Derek is a bit of a wet blanket. I would say so. Now I want Danielle to recruit Brittany. Now that'd be fun. Do you think Dylan could have an Andrew season 2 UK reaction? It's possible. It's very possible. I think Andrew is someone who immediately was like, oh no, and then kind of took well to it. I think he could do well as a recruited trader, especially if it's earlier rather than later. Sierra's a bit of a weird one. I feel like Sierra was purple and then got put in the coffin, so it was on our radar for a little bit, and now is back under the radar, not around. I do think Wes hurt himself in the social game. Absolutely. I said this on the pod, not with the vulgarity that I'm about to say. Wes is a player who likes to play in the shadows, likes to play the hidden social game. But the minute he's challenged on it, he's like, all right, I'll put my dick on the table. I'm the best that there is, best that there ever will be in this castle. You're all lucky to be breathing the oxygen I'm breathing. You're worthless to me. You're all losers. And by the way, if you vote for me, I'm just going to target you. So don't do that. And it's a strong arm. And I was like, Wes, you were doing so well until this point. Why the fuck are you doing this? And at that point, I knew Rob was staying. Like, I think where credit's due, Rob did put a good defense in, but I think Wes screwed Wes in this round table. I think Wes kind of screwed Wes. I think Wes could have stayed had he not dealt them that energy, especially because it looked like they were starting to move some people. Like, I think Gabby fully follows Derek, right? And I think more people could have been converted if not for the fact that Wes essentially threatened people. So, but I think again, Rob's doing some of the best trader deflection that you can see at a round table. Javli, thank you for the lurk. What is going on, Sierra? No one's looking at her anymore. Who are her allies? Well, I did talk to Bob Harper today, and Bob Harper is an ally of Sierra's. I don't know. The problem is they're not showing us Sierra a lot. I only remember Tom when you say both his first and last name. That's fair. What if Tom is the recruited traitor and wins the season by himself? Yeah, put a fucking asterisk on the season then. Okay? I honestly don't like the season as much as others do. Jen, let me know. Let me know why. How come? B straight 7, first time chatter in the building. Welcome in. What happens in the event of a roundtable tie? I think I've seen all the English language season and don't remember one yet. I think there has been a tie, but then they essentially do a revote, but they've not tied on the revote, if that makes sense. So I don't know what happens if it's deadlock tied. That I've never seen in any English speaking season, but I don't remember which season it was. There was a tie and there was a revote. So yeah, because typically with a revote, especially like this early or this early in the game, it's not a tied vote because it's like 9 people voted this person, 9 people voted that person. It'll be like an 4-4-3-2-1, and the 4-4 they tied, so the 3-2-1s are going to end up switching their votes, you know? People aren't going to let the Cage Boys thing go. Ultimately, Rob has no shot to make it to the end. Derek's argument was too good and too close to the landing. Exactly. I think they're going to want to complete that, and I think always it was going to be Rob is the next Cage Boy, not Derek. So, especially if Rob makes the mistake of killing Derek tonight, then yeah, Rob's goose is cooked. I think there's a world where Brittany knows that Danielle and Rob are traitors also. I've seen a lot of people speak on this. I think Danielle, yes. I don't think Rob. Because if Brittany truly thinks they're both traitors, she does not need to stick her neck out like that. Because realistically, you need one traitor. You need one, and I think that's why she was annoyed, because she was like, Derek, I asked you if you were going after him. You said no. And then she felt like that was sketchy from Derek. If anything, her vote against Derek wasn't a vote because she doesn't really think Rob is a traitor necessarily. It just seems sketchy from Derek. But I think she doesn't. I think she does not. I think she knows Danielle. I don't know about if she knows Rob. Because if she knows both, if you know 2 traitors, I think you never publicly want to be like, no, they're not traitors. They're not traitors. I think that looks sketchy if they end up being traitors, you know? Especially when it's a high profile accusation like this one for Rob, who's now been fighting allegations for 2 weeks. I don't like the cast very much from the men's side. That's very fair, Jen, actually. That is very fair. So I do understand that from a casting POV. If Danielle goes because Rob joins Carolyn taking her down, Rob could recruit Dylan and ask Chriselle so he could be well sitting with 4 very tight allies. Well, I wouldn't say Carolyn remains a tight ally. I think Carolyn, the minute Danielle goes, Carolyn's like, okay, that was good, but Rob needs to go bye-bye. I don't think Carolyn tries to go to the final 4 with Rob in any capacity. But I could see Danielle uniting them for the meanwhile. But there's still so many people. It was like an earlier season where they knew someone was a traitor, but they kept them till the end to vote them out. I think that meta can be starting to go sideways, but that's why I think that having too many traitor allies isn't ideal. It's fine, but don't defend them too much, because then you can be in trouble. Wes forgot that House of Villains was already over. Exactly. Wes came playing challenge style politicking, and he didn't read the cast properly. Who do you think is dead next? I think it's going to be from that group of 5 that didn't have a traitor in them. So it was Chriselle, Derek, Dolores, Sam, and fuck, who was the 5th person? Brittany. It's one of them. So it's not Brittany. I don't think Danielle lets Brittany go. I don't think Rob nor Carolyn would want Brittany to go. So she's safe. Chriselle has the shield. If they don't know Chriselle has the shield, they might take the shot at her. But again, I don't think Rob lets that happen. So that leaves Sam, Derek, and Dolores. Danielle's not going to let Dolores go. I think Derek could get shot here. I do. While I think it's bad for Rob, but also Rob is playing the game of, I don't give a fuck if it's bad for my game. If they said my name, they have to go. So, can Sam get any less content? That's where we hear from him the least. Well, we did have that fun moment that I put on my Blue Sky account. But besides that, yes. The egos from the men are too big for me. We have Boston Rob, Monarchy Man, Monarchy Man, West, Derek, and Tom have huge egos. And they really play main character syndrome energy. For sure. For sure, Jen. I definitely agree with that. And I think it's not surprise. Like, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? I've not noticed that they're giving them most of the content too. Brittany said in an interview that she knew Danny was one. Yeah, see, that makes sense to me. According to the Traitors Wiki, if there is a town revote, those two become safe and there is another vote amongst everyone else. So kind of what our ruling was for RHAP Traitors. Good to know. I may be the only one sad about Wes. I get the vibe like he's in on the joke and he puts on a facade of cockiness. I know you mentioned earlier, but I was able to do post-season interviews since he's a friend of the pod. I would love to talk to him. I'm someone who I enjoy Wes, even though I was cringing a little bit because, you know, the cocky, arrogant thing, like we play Goose Goose and I like to say, you know, I like when people do that. I'm killing it. You're all stupid idiots, whatever. But maybe it's because I just saw him do this on like other games. I just saw him do this on House of Villains where I was like, bro, here, like, come on, you should have, especially when it's sensitive and you might go home. I didn't love that, but also he's a TV character, you know? Like, I would rather Wes on the season 10 times over Derek on the season. Just because there's some comedy there. And if not, there's some, you can laugh at some maneuvers. But at the end of the day, once he leaves the game, he's like, yeah, it was all game. And I appreciate that in a person. But my God, what a bad move. All right, let's see. Amy, I think that it's not even Rob's reputation because I think of it this way. They've already done the vote someone out on reputation and it failed, right? They voted Tony out and that was false. Tony was not a traitor. And so the whole thing of like your reputation should make you seem suspect is out of the window a little bit. Like some people are like a little bit too afraid. It's like, I burned my hand on that theory. I don't want to touch that theory again. I think that, and I think, like I've said, I think Rob has done a good job with some of his defense. I think bringing up that, well, Bob the Drag Queen got up and said everything was a lie, which that's not exactly what Bob the Drag Queen said, but Rob's using that to his advantage. I think harping on the fact that West threw out 4 names and that's suspect and he's causing chaos, that was a great point to make. And I think that the argument he brought up with bringing Ivar in and being like, why would they keep the 2 of us? That makes no sense. Like that should not make sense, but they're geniuses. They're doing this because they'll make you look at us, whatever. So he's making some good defenses. I think he's also being calm at the round table, which helps, versus getting a little heated. He's very good in these pressure situations. Again, I think he's making mistakes, but he's making those mistakes masterfully. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, that was a blunder and he fucking like slipped and fell all over himself. He's making mistakes, but he's making them as if they're game-winning moves because he's executing them to perfection. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's like scoring an own goal, but it like you took a bicycle kick to your own goal. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you doing that? And let it be known, I don't like that he's succeeding. I feel like I'm one of the ones, I think he's definitely contributed to the fun of the show, but I was so curious what the season was going to look like with a Danielle Carolyn and Bob the Drag Queen turret. And I feel like we never got to enjoy that beyond episode 1. And I really wish I could see the alternate universe where that season plays out before the twist of a 4th traitor coming in. I would have loved to see what that game was. I would have. If anything, if you insisted on bringing the 3 of them in, sure, but don't make one of them a traitor. Like that might be the thing I'm holding on to. Like Boston Rob is unquestionably a fun character for me, and being a fun traitor, but I almost wish he was on season 4 as a traitor instead of in this season. It's like they promised me this, but then they added something else to it. And I was like, but I was happy with the first thing. Yeah, like what am I thinking? I don't need to make an analogy. I think that makes sense. Okay. I feel like Carolyn tells Danielle Rob she has a shield and they murder from her group. Well, Danielle and Carolyn were in that group, so I feel like that's like Rob might be like, let's just kill from that group, but I think that's a huge mistake. And maybe they just do it because they're like, well, we don't want to miss a kill, whatever. But I think it's a huge mistake because y'all have two traitors in that group. If you murder from that group and you hit, they're gonna be like, oh, so the traitors knew who to kill there. Let's look at the remaining 4 people and vote one of them out. And that's bad for the traitors because that's a 50-50. That's 2 out of 4 are traitors. That's bad. But I feel like Rob already started their framing me idea. Exactly. And the fact that Derek called that out to Dylan makes me think Derek's the one he takes the shot for. Why wouldn't they go for a sure thing? Someone from the groups where they know who has the shield. I think, man, this is a personal thing for me. I think that shooting from a group that you're in, especially when it's a smaller group, is bad because it causes people to look at that group and say there's a traitor in there because how did they get land the shot? Even though realistically, like, if they're not in that group, they're taking a shot in the dark anyway. They almost always look at it and be like, oh, someone from that group. Because we saw this happen in one of the Canadian seasons, I won't say which one, where the traitors chose to murder from the group they were in, and then the rest of the manor decided to almost systematically banish people from that group until they got a traitor. It was bad. And when there's only 4 people, it is bad. It is bad. Like, it's tough. So I enjoyed it was on podcast last year. It was last year. It was season 2. You joined us on the podcast. Derek is not the one murder. I know a lot feel he can be boring, but I enjoy the contrast with his gameplay. I like the calm, logical strategy. I also like the chaotic, charismatic Boston Rob and the chaotic Carolyn. I think it was very funny to me. Like, I agree. I don't think he should be murdered straight up. I would like to see what Derek looks like playing from behind and playing in a way where he doesn't have majority. He does not have control right now, and it's fun to see him try and pick it up. But I also want to see this Brittany feud. I want to see Brittany kind of feud off with Derek. I want to see Brittany put him in his place a little bit. Like, I think it'll be fun. And I also feel like, you know, as much as I'm not rooting for a Derek win, Derek is one of the last big oppositions against Rob right now. I don't want Rob to steamroll, which I don't think he will, but you know what I mean. Could Rob lie about who had the shield in his group and shoot them to put sus on some of the other groups? That's a great move. He could even bring that up to them here and be like, hey, so how about we take the shot at Dylan? And then be like, oh shit, so someone took a blind. The thing is, they won't know who the shot was taken on, right? They would then think, okay, the shot was either taken on Carolyn, Dylan, or Chriselle. They have no idea. I actually love that idea. And that was the thing I was saying earlier is when it's a situation where it's a gamble, I almost don't give a damn to kill somebody. And I'm fine to take an L on 1 week just to cause some question marks and chaos. I think that having a no murders happen tomorrow would throw the cast onto a tailspin. The problem is, I think right now, Rob is looking to alleviate some more of the people that are sus on him. So what does that mean? How does he go about it? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. Brittany stays a while. Her sound bites are hilarious. She's great. She's like our confessional queen easily. Her and Carolyn together. Do they always sit in the same seats at the round table? May, this is a great question. I want to lean yes. Or obviously they have to shift around when one person leaves, but I think so. Because if you think about it, Boston Rob is almost always in the 3 o'clock spot. Danielle's always around the 5 p.m. slot. Derek's in like the 6 p.m. slot. Sierra's in the 7 p.m. slot. So yes, typically they're in the same places. Yeah, no, Rob wants all the control. Thanks for getting me into Traitors, Pooya. Hey, happy to hear it, Jinx. It's been a stressful few weeks in the UK season. Have really helped me get through it. I love it. I'm happy. Good evening, Daisy. Welcome in. I want to see the 3 of them agree on someone to murder, so I hope it's not on the plain sight thing this round. I think plain sight's the round after. I think it's not going to be this round because they don't know who all the shields are. In plain sight is a weird one to do when they don't know who the shields are, because what are they going to do? Have them pull up to Chriselle, and Chriselle's like, well, sorry, I have the shield and now I know who all three of you are. That's not going to happen. No shot. Shooting at Danielle and Carolyn's group and then pushing Danielle because of the sus already on her gives them a traitor that neither Rob or Carolyn cared to lose. True, be straight, but is Danielle going to let that happen? That's the question. Would it be fun if the traitors could vote to kill another traitor? No. The whole thing is that being a traitor is a blessing, is a perk, and that perk is you can't get murdered. I think in no iteration of the traitors have we ever seen the turret be this bad. But no, that shouldn't be. I think that's the punishment of, oh, you're in drama with your fellow traitor. You can't get rid of them. What are you going to do? Well, in that example, Chriselle still wouldn't know that what the traitors did to murder her, and she would just show up at breakfast. I guess, but they're not going to let their twist flop. They're not going to let their twist flop. Do we know if there's a protocol for if the traitors are deadlocked on who to kill? We're going to find out long-term parking. And low-key, this feels like the season where we find out, because we've never really had it be this way. Do you think Wes is embarrassed he got voted out so early and that's why he isn't doing press, or is he busy on another show? I think they should have him back next season. I don't think he's embarrassed. If anything, I know he's done other press. He's like out and about. Like he was hanging out with Carolyn, Danielle. Was Dylan there? There's like a bunch of people hanging out. Was Danielle there? I know Carolyn was there. Carolyn West, Michelle Fitzgerald, like a bunch of people, Alan, a bunch of people were hanging out this past week. So I think he's out of town, one, and he's doing some other press, but not available for a press day to do exit interviews. I don't think he's embarrassed. It's Wes at the end of the day. The guy either goes far or goes very early in these games. Like he's lived both lives. You know what I mean? Rock, paper, scissors, loser goes home. I think if they are deadlocked, the punishment should be no murder. I think that's a very good way to look at it, Sonoma. I agree. I got to give Derek props for keeping his cool after Wes got voted out. After putting forward such a compelling argument and then seeing people fall for Rob's defense, I would want to scream. I don't think Derek has that in him. Although I will say he was very shady to Brittany. But Brittany started it by saying, I'm going to yell at you now. But he didn't publicly do anything, which is good to keep cool like that. But also, he has to realize that Wes was very much giving them a hard time to do it, you know? Thoughts on voting out a traitor giving a shield? What? Oh, is this the take that if you vote out a traitor, you get safety from murder? I disagree with this. I don't think that. I think I don't think that should be a perk. If you get out a traitor, you're just safe. That's too lopsided for the faithfuls at that point. Is Rob's sister going to win Dondi or Traitors next year, as in which one? I think if Rob wants to go to Dondi, I think he can go to Dondi. But I would personally want to see Rob go to Traitors. So I'm going to say Traitors, even though I think Dondi's more realistic. What was filmed first, this or House of Villains? I think House of Villains. No. Yes? I don't know. Those are the answers. I think House of Villains, Red Wings. Crows, thank you for the 51st month, Crows. Welcome in. It's been a minute. How you been? Let me know. Am I a hater? I don't enjoy Boston Rob's style of gameplay at all. I feel like he's so overrated. He gains control through intimidation. Don't love it. Rob plays, and I think what helped me, question asker, is that I was not loving the Boston Rob ride when he first got in the first 3 episodes. I watched Dondi season 1 in between like episode 4 and 5, and that helped me feel okay because I was like, oh, he's literally doing the same thing he always does. Like, I think once you recognize that that's just who he is, it kind of becomes less of a thing to me. Again, this is why I think he shouldn't have been on this season. I feel like he should have been on another season because I was so excited to see the season play out with what we got in episode 1, and then it got shifted all around. But I don't think you're on an island. I think there's quite a few people that actually don't like the Boston Rob style of gameplay at all. I don't think it's a winning gameplay. I think if he's content with not winning, keep playing this way. But I don't think this is how you play the Traitors. I think the Big Brother players are playing the Traitors wrong. I think the Survivors are playing the Traitors wrong. Outside of Caroline, I think Caroline's doing fine. But yeah, I think a lot of the mistakes these reality TV players are making, the quote unquote gamers are making, is that as a traitor, this ain't how you play it. The future recommendation I have to any reality TV player who goes on the Traitors, watch season 1 of the Traitors. If you're trying to be a traitor, study Cerie's game. If you are trying to be a faithful, watch season 2 of the Traitors and study the games of Sandra, Trishelle, and CT. Study those 3 people's games. If you are there to make TV and don't give a fuck about how you do in the game, watch season 3 and pick any person to behave like, any loud person, and there you go. Can we do a poll for what people call rock, paper, scissors? Because I'm glad you brought it up on the pod. I was like, that's the only way I've ever said it. Mandy, can we run a, what do you call it? Rock, paper, scissors, rock, scissors, paper, rock? Or scissors, rock, paper? Yeah. House of Villain was March, Traitors was May. There we go. Damn. Back to back is a lot. So if it comes down to Rob has to vote one of his fellow traitors, that will be Caroline or will it be Danielle? I think if Rob has his way, it's Danielle. Danielle literally voted for him. And we know this. Rob won't let go if someone says his name. I am also a hater, a little bit, that's okay. Hater of his gameplay. Yeah, I 100% don't disagree with you, Jen. I think that it's a bad way to play the game. He's had fun moments. Like, I'll give him that. I've had some, I think what I've appreciated from him is the energy and the ability to defend himself at the round table. Like I said at the podcast, he's a bit of a gaslighter, and the passive aggressiveness and the patronizing would get under my skin very quick. So he would be doing good with me because I would probably react the way he wants me to react because I get annoyed. But yeah, so the murder decisions have been brutal. If Rob could throw Danielle out of the turret right now, he would, just for that vote. Exactly. All right, the poll is up as requested. Make sure you vote. What do you call it? What do you call it? Rock, paper, scissors? Paper, scissors, rock. So yeah, I would like to know. Let me see if there's any more question in the forum about this. You didn't answer. Who are you rooting for between Carolyn and Danielle? Angry face. I literally said I like both. I think Carolyn's gonna prevail. That's it. Why do I have to root for one of them? I don't understand. Why do I have to pick a team? I think Traitors is best served when you watch it to enjoy the ride more than rooting for any one player. Because it's not a game where a lot of agency is on one's neck. Like, you can very much get voted out or murdered because you're not in someone else's plans easy. And it's one person's decision for murdering, 2 people's decision. So I'm not rooting for any one person. I can tell you who I'm not rooting for a win. That's Ivar, Tom Sandoval, and Sam Asghari. Neither of them should win. I don't know much about Sierra yet. But anybody else, if they secure the bag, good. I'm fine with it. I'm content. But the journey, it's all about the journey in the Traitors. Like, you can have people you're like hoping get far and do well, but if you hang all your hopes on that, it's not the best way to enjoy the show for me. If I got the combos wrong, please vote another combo and let us know in chat. 3 people have said another combo. If you want to put those in the chat to what they are, you would let us know. Lori says paper, rock, scissors. Interesting. I don't think you need to worry about a Sandoval win. I'm not concerned. There's no way Sandoval's gonna have the backing of 3 people at the final fire of truth to survive that. So all right. Let me see real quick. Is it just me or is your camera zoomed in more today? You know, I thought it was when I did the exit interview. It might be. I can zoom it out if you'd like. But I think I was sitting closer to the camera earlier. All right. What happened to Goose Goose last week? We'll talk about that later. All right. Any other questions about the Traitors chat before we remove the spoiler zone? I feel like that was a good, healthy discussion. Any challenges from UK you don't want to see in the rest of the season? I personally didn't love a couple of those. The problem is I don't retain a lot of those informations, be straight. Like, I think I would like that nursery rhyme one to be there. I think that would be very fun content. I think the chess piece one would be fun, knowing that the Traitors have a hand in that one. I think that'll be fun to see their reasonings for that. What was the one where they had to, like, yeah, I really would like the one where they put like the liquid, the slime on their heads and stuff. I think that's a good one. Right now, I feel like a lot more of the US Traitors ones have been kind of I feel like there's been better ones. There's been better ones on UK. Like more intriguing ones on the UK, but we'll see. I'm the worst at zoning out during the challenges and the instructions. That's fair. Crow's been too long. I got you, Crows. I got you. It's kind of jarring hearing it as anything but RPS is jarring. Yeah, see, even on the podcast, I was like, it's rock, paper, scissors. What were they saying that for? And then I was like, you know what? That shouldn't surprise me. Like, things might be different regionally. All right. I think we're ready to put an end to the questions about the Traitors. So, chat, if you can help me. Oh, they're definitely getting better long-term parking. They were like bad. Like, I was defending them as, oh, they're mental break for the contestants. But they've gotten better. And they've become more, they matter more, they're more intriguing. All right. Chat, if you can do me this favor, get the less than 2s in the chat so that the chat is wiped, and then I can remove the spoiler zone and invite back our spoiler reverse friends who are going to join us once again. I hope you had fun with the spoiler zone. We'll be back with that next week, of course. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Yay! Welcome back. Okay. Now let me see which questions there's a bunch of questions in the forum here. I was right around here, I think. Do you and Liana see the same therapist? No. Thoughts on how to not doom scroll. I think eliminating it as bad habits where it's getting in the way. So for example, if you doom scroll before you sleep, put your phone away. Put your phone on your, like, not your dresser by you. Put your phone like further away from you and then go lay down. Because I typically feel like once you lay down, you don't want to get up, right? Mentally. So if you lay down, you can't go doom scrolling. The other thing is, I know there's apps you can put on your phone that prevent you from logging into different applications. That's an option you can do. But also setting up alarms is not a bad shout to get you off of it. Basically, you're trying to curb that habit if you're really trying to not doom scroll. So that was the Traitors one. We already answered, so we can move. How are you feeling about Dondi? I'm loving Dondi. I'm loving Dondi. I think that Dondi's a very fun show. It feels like a lot of people are very accepting to the idea that Dondi is not a super strategic show, which I think makes it fun, makes the discussions a lot more fun. It's entertaining. I don't mind playing Deal or No Deal in the second half of the episode, so it's fun for me. I enjoy it. I will say, you asked me the second part, is blank long for the game? No, I do not think so. But we'll see. If you could recommend one Persian dish for someone to try, what would it be? A cholo kebab. That is when you get rice. It's like a better rice, like 2 skewers of kebab, and it is tomato, a little bit of tomato in there. Specifically, you're looking for a kebab kubide. If you go to a Persian restaurant, it's going to be this on the menu. And you gotta go for the with. It's usually with rice, but you say with rice, and that's it. You let them cook. That's a meat one. If you're going for chicken, you go for this one. Those are the 2. Okay, enjoy. When's the next hype challenge? We need the wheel back in our lives. Okay, so I don't know when the next hype challenge is. Well, first of all, I don't know if Twitch is ever doing that again. As far as us using the wheel to something we want to do, we'll see. We'll see. I can't promise anything right now. In fact, I feel like legally I shouldn't be allowed to discuss the wheel again until I commit and finish everything else that was on our wheel before. How about that? Because I still owe y'all some. Fuck, marry, kill with vegetables. I'm not fucking any vegetables. I'm not killing any vegetables, and I'm not married. What's the food version of fuck, marry, kill? Because I'm not trying to have sex with food, okay? If someone can tell me what the appropriate FMK is for that, maybe we play this game. But as it stands, no, we're not doing this. What happened to Goose Goose last weekend? 2 things happened. The main one was that I had a couple of very late scratches, which brought the numbers down to below 8. And at that point, it was going to be a lot of work for me to try and find people because it was like late night Saturday. And I was also not in a great place. So I was kind of like, this is a sign. Let me just cancel. So late Saturday, some people can vouch that I texted people at like 1 a.m. being like, hey, there's no Goose Goose tomorrow, by the way. So then I canceled. I woke up. I tried to wake up as early as I could to upload a Goose Goose VOD. But as of Saturday evening, I was fully committed to doing a Goose Goose stream. I believe even on Friday, we said, I'll see you on Sunday for Goose Goose. So there will be a Goose Goose on Sunday, mind you, and I already have people for it. If for some reason like 5 people cancel again, I'm running it with 7 people this time. Fuck it. Like, we'll be fine. Dondi has fun, but the whole deal or no deal portion is flawed. Interesting, Red Wings. Tell me more. I've been using embroidery instead of doom scrolling. Keeps my brain and hands busy. Crafts. There we go. Smash, prep, trash. Well, I don't even want. I guess yes. I guess how about a fuck yes, fuck no, and a fuck maybe. No, because the word fuck implies the thing I didn't want it to imply earlier, so never mind. Respawning. Relax, fam. Favorite reality TV season of all time? That's a hard one. Just reality TV any season is rough. Traitors UK season 2 is up there for me. It really is. The Genius for me season 2 is up there. But I think number 1 has to be Australian Survivor Titans versus Rebels from this last year. I think and no spoilers in the chat, please, in case anyone's not watched it. Please, please, please. But it was so many episodes, and it was like literally every episode was a banger. Like there were no bad. It was like maybe one bad episode and like 30 episodes. It was so good. Oh my God, May. Do you guys have Zanku chicken on the East Coast? Never heard of this, Sunshine. Are you playing Clock Tower tomorrow? I am not. There is blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. I can tell you that Liana will be playing, and it's at 2, but I will not be there. Cook past trash. I guess, how about love, tolerate, hate? How about that? Or love, hate. That could be a good one for the vegetables. Donde poorly opening cases keeps you more likely to stay in the game. Oh, I agree. I feel like I almost would be aiming on picking a case that I think will be trash. If I can pick the 1 cent case and hold on to it, I'm guaranteed to stay in the game. You know? Like, that would be a blessing. In a normal Donde game, you're trying to get the highest offer to take home. And Donde, every time you open a small case, everyone cheers. But ideally, you want to clear out as many of the high ones. Yes, increases the offer that way by keeping your odds and making a good deal. Exactly. Yes, that's very true. But I mean, everyone else is cheering Red Wings because they're like, I don't give a fuck if you stay. That's my offer going up. That's my money going up for the pot because I'm not going home. At least that's what you're hoping for, right? We have Frail Marion to do a eulogy when Boston Rob inevitably gets voted out. I mean, she is the #1 fan, so maybe. Are there any Persian restaurants near you? Nope. Closest one's in New York. It's far from me. Have you started planning your Survivor draft song? I don't think I'm going to run a diss track this season. I don't think so. Unless I find out, like, Shannon has decided to now put on a song to mock us, then I will go fucking ham. Because you don't get to sit in the fucking shadows, take L's for 7 seasons, and then win one and pretend like you're better than me. That's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. The only Aussies that I haven't seen, Be Straight. It's so good. Enjoy. enjoy. I love the Blood on the Clock Tower games. Hey, Sonoma, they're a fun time. They're a fun time to both play and watch, from my experience. Any guess who the banker is? May. So my immediate guess was Sofia Vergara. But then I found out that her and Joe are divorced. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to be Sofia Vergara now. So I'm back to square one. I have no idea who it is. Ooh, Sonoma, definitely give it a try. I do vouch for Persian food. It's a good time. All right, so we're fully caught up on the form. I want to call last call on the forum chat. There won't be, I know it says marbles in the title, but I do not think I will be running marbles tonight. I do not think we'll be running marbles tonight. I hope that's cool, but we'll make it up with a cheekier 10 next week. Meghan Markle? Okay, I'm thinking Rosie O'Donnell. I do not think it's going to be Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, to be fair, I have no idea who it could be. No idea. Like, are they going to be linked to the Deal or No Deal universe? Or after a lot of practice this week? Mikey, practice more. If it's Liana blink twice. I'm trying not to blink. I'm trying very hard not to blink right now. It's probably either the season 1 winner or Claudia. I like that theory about season 1 winner is a good one. It would be wild if it's Claudia, given that she was a contestant on the show that didn't win the season. But actually, I like that theory, and we can talk about that in the future. All right, I got another question in the forum. Can we talk Grammys? Feel free to talk Grammys. I have no idea what's going on with the Grammys. I'm very disconnected. So I don't know a lot about a lot. So unfortunately, I feel like I'm the wrong person to talk about it, but you know. I'm not sure, Sunshine. I'm not sure. My plans for this weekend, chat. So Sunday, obviously, we got Goose Goose at 5. Be there. Which, by the way, Super Bowl is next week, right? We might have to do the return of the early Goose Goose for Sunday the 9th, if the Super Bowl's on the 9th, where that would be from 2 to like, what, 5? Yeah, 2 to 5. Probably. Also, Scally, did I ask you about Goose Goose this week? I don't think I fucking did, you know. Are you free Sunday? Is it a maybe? Would you like to give your answer off the air? I accept all these answers. All right. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah. So Sunday Goose Goose. Tomorrow I'm gonna be watching the Royal Rumble. I'm very excited. Royal Rumble is my favorite wrestling event of the year. And this will be the first year where I'm watching it proper live. Like not like later tonight. I'm gonna watch it live. I'm gonna react to everything live. And I'm very excited for that. Goose Goose stuck with all the goose wearing helmets. Good night, Jinx. Take care, take care. What are the matches this year? There's only 4 matches, Walling, that I know so far are confirmed. One is a tag match. It's the best 2 out of 3 falls. One is for the championship between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. It's a ladder match. And then it's 2 Royal Rumbles. One for the women, one for the men. Who are we rooting for in the Super Bowl? Despite the jersey I'm wearing on this latest Pooya and Liana Lounge, I will be rooting for the Eagles on this one. Respectfully. Who are you rooting for in the Royal Rumble? I'm hoping for a Punk win, actually. I'm hoping to see Joe Hendry. I'm hoping to see AJ Lee make a return, which that's kind of like a pipe dream, but would love to see that happen. I'm rooting against, for winning the Royal Rumble specifically, I'm rooting against Roman Reigns. I'm rooting against, I don't think Brock Lesnar is coming back, but please God, do not let that man come back. I'm rooting against Roman Reigns for the Rumble. He doesn't need the Rumble. He doesn't need to win it to move storyline. I don't want Charlotte Flair to win the Women's Royal Rumble, but she very well could be the favorite, so who knows? So yeah. Is The Rock going to be 31? I saw that theory today that it would be a gag of the century if The Rock is number 31, and it's like, fuck it, I'm the CEO. I do what I want. That'd be wild to me. See, Cena, I don't think even needs it for the farewell tour. But I think Cena winning would be a good like nostalgia, or not nostalgia, but like a good, heart pick. So. All right, chat. I'm closing the form officially. I think that's it for tonight. I hope you had fun here. I did promise, Kroos, to play the sound drop, so let me boot that up for you. But otherwise, I do appreciate y'all understanding that I'm not going to be running marbles tonight. We will run marbles next week. We'll do a double it and give it to the next person. I'll meet next week. Guess I gotta go watch the final 15 minutes of UK Season 3. Good luck, be straight, enjoy. But obviously, we do this every week, and it's my favorite stream that I run. 2.5 hours, 3 hours of just talking to the community, answering all the questions, having a good ass time. I haven't noticed 2.5 hours went by, honestly. It went by so quickly. I'll be back on Sunday with Goose Goose. I'll be live a little bit earlier than 5, as always. You know the vibes, 4:30. We'll talk about some things, and we'll go from there. So yeah. They fly by good time. Good times, Thundercats. Good times. All right. It's almost saddening that we have to end the good times with this goddamn tune, but listen, it got requested, it got redeemed. Who am I to deny a redeem? You know what I mean? Who am I to deny a redeem? So to how long have I been muted, chat? I don't think long. I think I just muted myself instead of the music for a second. Right? Yes, because I was saying goodbye and stuff. Okay. Anyway, here's the tune.
Oh my God.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of 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 moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Moist?
But am I dead?
All right, so we're gonna raid friend of the stream, my buddy T-Pain, chat. So go say hello to T-Pain, a musician, a colleague in these spaces. You make a new song for the pad. What kind of song would you like, May? That's the question. All right, thank you everyone for hanging out. I'll see ya on Sunday, but until then, take care. Have a good one.